Ace of the Western Conference on the line this afternoon in Colorado Springs as the Switchbacks FC play host to Rio Grande Valley FC, the Toros, out of South Texas. Welcome in, everybody. Josh Howe alongside Roland Vargas. Roland, the inaugural meeting between these two teams, but it is a key showdown. The Switchbacks, thanks to a big 1-0 victory 10 days ago, they're in first place, tied for first, but they've got a lot of company at the top.
You're absolutely right. It's the Toros that are grabbing all the headlines with their recent goal exploits, but the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC maintain their first place in the Western Conference, and they're going to look to build on that lead here in Switchback Stadium today.
Connor Doyle with the big goal in that 1-0 victory 10 days ago. Meanwhile, for Rio Grande Valley, they're playing well, 36 points. A lot of guys have contributed to their success this year.
You're absolutely right. It's a team effort. They've had some players moving up and down from MLS's Houston Dynamo. They've been scoring goals, and they've been shutting teams out. 7 consecutive shutouts for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros, so a great streak that they're on here.
The question is, who do you focus on? Here's Steve Tritchew heading into today's matchup.
Coach, Rio Grande Valley have been on a tear recently. How do you go about stopping your opponents today?
Yeah, the last 2 games, they scored 11 goals in those 2 games, but, it's not really been through the run of play. We've got to be at our best, and I tell the guys, listen, we're at a point now that we have to win games, and it's really, now can we execute that on the field? We had a good week of training this week, and we had a good week of preparation for them, and so, like I said, it's execution now. Let's get on the field and do it.
You talked about being on this field, obviously. How much does being home mean to you and using these conditions to your advantage?
Yeah, well, this is our second game in the 3-game series at home that we have, and our goal is let's get 9 points. So this is the second one. We need a win today and keep going from there. We're at the top of the league still, and I tell these guys, do we want to be an elite team? We got to keep winning, and so it's up to us now to go on the field and do it.
Coach, thank you so much. Good luck today.
All right, thanks.
It's the Toros, the Switchbacks FC, the kickoff when we come back.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Good Sunday to you from the Fox 21 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Jeff Womack. Well, it's certainly looking better weather-wise than it was yesterday. We'll go for a game-time temperature here of 76 degrees. The 80s come to hit us here. We're looking at dry conditions right through the end of the game. So enjoy it and go Switchbacks.
On air, online, and on the go. Fox 21 News right now.
What an afternoon for soccer here at Switchback Stadium. Great crowd for this Sunday matinee inaugural matchup between the Switchbacks and Rio Grande Valley FC. The Switchbacks, their starting lineup, David Agora gets the starting goal, 10 shutouts this season. And Steve Tritchew once again leading the charge for the Switchbacks, rolling again his team not only in playoff contention, in contesting for that Western Conference title.
Absolutely. What a tremendous job Steve Tritchew's done here with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, not just this season, but last season as well.
Rio Grande Valley FC, the Toros come in red hot, have not given up a goal in the last 7 games. A different look in goal. Tyler Derrick gets a start, just his second start, but boy, in terms of minutes played, Charlie Ward is steady as they come in the midfield.
Absolutely one of the best players. He starts everything, does number 8, Charlie Ward, the young man. He gets everything moving for this Rio Grande Valley FC team.
Wilmer Cabrera, the head coach, first season at Rio Grande Valley FC, former coach of Chivas USA. Certainly a well-experienced soccer mind, and he is on the bench for Rio Grande Valley. Has them right now tied for 5th in the Western Conference standings. Our military family of the game brought to you by Pioneer Sand and Gravel. Mark Plaskett family. Mark has been serving our country for 16 years in the Army National Guard. He is joined today by his wife Annie, their daughters Ashley and Ellie, and their son Andrew. And we certainly thank him for his service to our great country. The officials today, the referee Breen Roman, Joseph Witkowski, Devin Wagner and Eddie Tuttle assisting on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here. Switchbacks in their home black. You can see there Rio Grande Valley in the road white. Certainly much cooler conditions than they see down in Edinburgh, Texas, in the tip of South Texas. But here it is. The Switchbacks try to take advantage. Game number 2 of a 3-game homestand. They've got 3 points. Roland, you heard head coach Steve Tritchie talking about 9 is the goal. They got a great opportunity in front of them here today.
You're right. It's been a nice opportunity, as you said, to have this 3-game homestand here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. They're going to be desperate to try to get 3 points here today and move themselves back up into the top of the USL's Western Conference.
There's a good look at the keeper for Rio Grande Valley. Tyler Jarek, his second game he's appeared in this season. He played early on this season in April on loan from the Houston Dynamo, so he gets the start between the post here this afternoon. And we are underway. Glad you could join us. Josh Howe, Roland Vargas on just a perfect day here in late August. Miguel Gonzalez off the opening kickoff, and now the Toros push it back. Connor Doyle picked up his first goal as a Switchback 10 days ago in that pivotal win against Tulsa. Here to the starting lineup for Steve Tritchie here this afternoon for the Switchbacks. You got David Agoric in goal, Suggs, Phillips, Ibiaga, Burt, defensively as good as they come in this league.
Well, you talked about it, that central defensive partnership of Josh Phillips and Christian Ibiaga, as strong as they get. Jordan Burt on the right-hand side, tireless with his overlapping runs, and Josh Suggs, one of the players of the game last time the Switchbacks were here at Switchback Stadium.
This Rio Grande Valley team can score and score in a hurry. They've outscored their opponents by 16 goals this season, 37 goals, but boy, defensively, last 7 games, you won't find any better in the league. They have not given up a goal. They do it on both ends of the field.
Longest shutout streak in the USL this season. Rio Grande Valley FC recent weeks really turned up the pressure, and their offense is really taking a lot of pressure off the defense.
The Switchbacks have been looking for a breakout game. This would be huge, and a team that is hot on their heels. The Toros 36 points. We talked a lot about the positioning coming in. Well, when most people went to bed, the Switchbacks were in first place, tied for first, but of course Sacramento at Bonnie Field had a late start against Portland, and they put it on the Timbers too. 4-0 the final in that one, so that catapulted them into the top spot, 40 points. But with a win today over the Switchbacks, they'll stay even atop the Western Conference standings. They enter the day 3 points back. 3-way tie for second place in the league. Josh Phillips retreats, and here's the Toros. Christian Ibiaga now. Pushing it back is Rob Lovejoy, one of those players on loan from the Dynamo. 3 goals this season for Lovejoy. When you talk about talent up and down a roster, Rio Grande is loaded.
Absolutely right. See Taylor Hunter making a return here to Colorado Springs. Center defense as Miguel Gonzalez strides forward down the left-hand side.
Gonzalez chips it up and over the head of Connor Doyle, who broke into the 18.
Connor Doyle is just going to be playing right in behind Marty Maben today. Maben's going to be leading the line as the lone striker for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Connor Doyle, Luke Vercoloni on the right-hand side, and of course Miguel Gonzalez on the left, going to try to support Marty Maben any way they can.
Well, the second consecutive game we've seen Connor Doyle in the starting lineup. Of course, Mike Seth has been out, certainly, but a huge impact in terms of the results for the Switchbacks this season. But they really haven't missed a beat with Connor Doyle. He picked up that big goal in the winter against Tulsa 10 days ago. Ibiaga retreats defensively, chips it out, and the Toros will control here on the near side. Just underway, 3rd minute of play. Rio Grande Valley, and that's giveaway to Miguel Gonzalez across the midfield stripe, and what a play to keep the ball alive. It's Kevin Garcia.
Garcia's going to push very far forward down that left-hand side.
Garcia, corner of the 18, and chips it across, kept in play, pushed up by Lovejoy, and that'll be Switchback ball.
Good defense there by Josh Suggs on the far post. Real first attack here from the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros, the game.
Well, the Toros in their first season, what a 6 new teams in the USL this season, of course, expanding to 29 teams, 15 of the Western Conference. The Toros and the Houston Dynamo, the first clubs to really operate as a hybrid affiliate situation in this league, and boy, it has worked out well for both. What a following they have of the Rio Grande Valley. New stadium, passionate fan base, and been great for the USL. Another quality team up ahead and defensively trying to get back as Connor Doyle pushes up top for the Switchbacks.
Good pressure there from Connor Doyle. Is going to win his team a free kick, or excuse me, a throw-in.
Well, the Switchbacks would love nothing more than to jump out early. That was their mode of operation a season ago. They got out early, and often teams had a hard time coming back at altitude, but that hasn't been the case in 2016. It's been more about defense. Get a lead and hold on. Outstanding goalkeeping from David Agoric this season. 10 shutouts, one of the top keepers in a USL. Fans, a reminder for all the latest news and information and tickets, you can go online at switchbacksfc.com. Played up by the Toros.
Good pass there from Charlie Ward.
He'll push it in outside the box, and an opportunity here. Spinning shot and a goal. Far post on the left side, and the Toros strike first. A bang play. Rio Grande Valley in the 6th minute gets on the board. David Agoric not able to get there in time, and the visitors strike first here in the opening minutes.
What a turn that was. Pulled out Josh Phillips. I believe that's Escalante there in the top of the box. What a finish, too, just inside the far post. David Agoric, no chance, point blank range. Rio Grande Valley FC 1-0 early.
And another look at the opening goal of the game. A bang play. And it looks like Ruben Luna, number 12. Luna.
It was, my apologies on that. It was Luna. Great finish, nice turn, took that ball under his spell, held off the defender, good strength, good, and a great piece of footwork also to turn and find the inside corner. Great goal.
So Ruben Luna with the goal. That is his 3rd goal of the season. A big one comes in the 6th minute. And Rio Grande Valley now in the last 3 games, 2 games in a few minutes, they've outscored their opponents 12-0. Talk about a team hitting their stride at the right time. Now we'll see how the Switchbacks settle in here at home.
Good news for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks is that goal came very early, so the Switchbacks won't need to get out of their shape. They're going to continue to press high up the field, try to win balls back in this kind of position right here.
Here's Marty Maben, top goal scorer for the Switchbacks. Across, Taeson Kim, and just misses the attempted pass there. Kim in the box. Vercoloni was lurking, but an opportunity goes by for the Switchbacks.
You can see just how important Marty Maben's hold-up play is going to be today. There's quite a lot of space between Maben and the supporting Switchbacks due to just how congested Rio Grande Valley are making this midfield. So Marty Maben's really going to have to hold this ball up, try to bring his teammates into this game.
So Rio Grande Valley on the road comes in fresh off a lopsided victory over Tulsa. Game in which they won it 5-0. There was no score in the first half. They scored all 5 goals in the second 45 minutes of play.
It's a good play there from Luke Vercoloni. Excuse me, Josh.
Taeson Kim up to Josh Suggs, former captain of the OC Blues. Suggs has it taken away, and now across midfield, Phillips able to get back and quickly Lovejoy pursues, and David Agoric chips it out.
From a neutral perspective, nothing could be better than an early goal here at Switchback Stadium. It's going to force both teams to open up and play some offensive soccer.
And a bump there by Josh Phillips. He'll be called for the foul. These two teams meeting for the first time this season, but this is the first of meetings in a short amount of time. They'll play again here in 6 days.
Nice touch there by Emilio Garcia. Josh Phillips just a second late, referee right on top of it.
They play again the 27th down in Edinburgh, Texas, but the Switchbacks some work to do today. They'll have one more midweek against Oklahoma City. Good ball in, and then Ibiaga, the right foot on it. Here we go the other way. Vercoloni, a little bit of space up ahead of the far side. Vercoloni across midfield, hits the turf hard, and no call. Vercoloni wanted the call, not gonna get it. Fans get to the game through the USL social media channels. Follow the USL on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course on YouTube for all the up-to-date video highlights from all across this great league.
See the referee just calming things down a little bit. Luke Vercoloni on that previous play lost his shoe right in front of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks bench, but the referee just trying to get on top of this one. Tempers rising just a little bit here at Switchback Stadium.
So the Toros, in case you just joined us, they go up at a 6-minute. Ruben Luna with his third goal of the season. 1-0 our score here. The Toros of Rio Grande Valley out in front.
See the referee just giving Luke Vercoloni, the Switchbacks captain, a second here to tie up his shoe after he lost it there on the far side. See here on this replay, just trods on his Achilles a little bit. There it is, takes the shoe with him.
Phillips.
Easy win there for Josh Phillips.
That is what he does so well up in the air. Phillips able to play those 50-50 balls, and now Rio Grande Valley controlling with a 1-0 lead. Pressure there, clear to the midfield spot by Taeson Kim, and they're going to get him.
That looked unlucky to me from here. That was good pressure there by Taeson Kim. Reached around, got the ball, I believe, but the referee, again, right on top of it. Taeson Kim there, yep.
Rio Grande Valley this season, they have outscored their opponents by 7 of the opening half. 16 goals to their opponents 9. The Switchbacks +3 in the opening 45 minutes. Down a goal here in the early stages of this first half.
You've got to give the Rio Grande Valley Toros coaching staff some credit here. You can see every single time Ronnie Argueta picks up the ball for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, there are 1-2 Toros around him. They're clearly marking Ronnie Argueta out of this game, trying to stop that supply route from the center of midfield for the Switchbacks.
A little bit of room down the far side. They'll try to squeeze it in. Ibiaga defensively playing for the Switchbacks. He'll drop it back. A blast and a diving save to his left by David Agoric. And great help hustling back for the Switchbacks, preventing the cross, and another opportunity for Rio Grande.
That's why he's one of the best goalkeepers in this USL. Fantastic save there. David Agoric down quick, low to his left-hand side. Strong hand there and parries that ball to a good position. That's a very strong save there by David Agoric.
So throwing Phillips in the box. Argueta chips it up with the left foot, and now here's David Agoric quickly trying to push it out, but Rio Grande Valley is back. A punt across midfield headed back by Rio Grande. That's Taylor Hunter, the former Switchback. Of course, last year on loan from the Houston Dynamo. Now playing with the affiliate of the Dynamo in Rio Grande Valley.
Charlie Ward there just getting a step on Connor Doyle. Quick foul called there by the referee. The referee is going to reach into his pocket, and he's going to book Connor Doyle there.
So the first card of the game goes against the home team. The Switchbacks draw it here in the 12th minute.
You can see there the frustration. Connor Doyle just reaches out, catches a piece of Charlie Ward as he's moving forward. Such an important player for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros, Charlie Ward. Think of him as a quarterback, think of him as a fulcrum of the offense, whatever you want. He doesn't pop out on the stat sheet, hasn't scored a lot of goals, only had 1 assist coming into this game, but he makes everything tick for this Toros team.
Significant playing time this season for Ward. Leads the team in minutes played at nearly 2,100 coming into this match.
Started every single game for the Toros this season.
Strong ball far side by Ward, and defensively, Jordan Burt there for the Switchbacks. Fans, don't forget to follow the Switchbacks on Twitter. Look for the Twitter handle at SwitchbacksFC for all the latest news and information. Tyler Derrick in goal for Rio Grande Valley. He has appeared in 52 games with the Houston Dynamo at the MLS level since 2009. Of course, this is second game played with Rio Grande this season. He played in one in late April, a 2-0 loss to the Galaxy 2 early on in the 2016 season. Miguel Gonzalez chips it up for Josh Suggs.
You and I talked before this game, Josh. I was just going to say about the longer layoff for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. They haven't had a game 10 days. I think you can see a little bit of that here. Rio Grande Valley really on point. Their passes finding their targets. The Switchbacks look a little bit rusty here from that layoff.
Well, the last game for the Switchbacks, August 11th, that 1-0 victory. And for Rio Grande, they played on August 18th, put up 5 goals against Tulsa, the team The Switchbacks shut out 1-0. And a great takeaway there by Ronnie Argueta. We play on. Argueta up ahead. He's got Vercoloni out in front. Luke trying to catch up before it rolls out to the far side. He will get there. And he stays on his feet. Here's Vercoloni now. Corner of the 18. Gets through. Miguel Gonzalez, the shot. Checked out Argueta from behind. But what a sequence, and Vercoloni really pushing out in front.
Great move there by Luke Vercoloni. Ronnie Argueta, he started that play by winning the ball back, and 70, 80 yards down the field, he has that shot. Good play there by Ronnie Argueta. Luke Vercoloni holding the ball up as well. Deserved corner kick here, the first of the match for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. And
the captain will take it, Luke Vercoloni. Set piece is so crucial for the Switchbacks this season. Can they cash in the 15th minute? A Wells Fargo corner kick, first of the afternoon. Here's the captain. Vercoloni drives it with the right foot, backside, hit it up, and it's pinballed out. Unbelievable. Josh Phillips in the air, and Tyler Derrick getting some big-time help from his teammates. Here's the cross again, diving out is Derrick, and now it's finally cleared out by Rio Grande. Wow.
What a sequence there. Great save on the second one by Tyler Derrick. Looks like he's hurt his elbow on that one. But it was Josh Phillips who won that first header off the corner kick. A thundering header toward goal, and I'm not sure who it was, but a Rio Grande Valley FC defender blocked that one on the line.
And Derrick in pain, clutching that left elbow on the turf. But what a sequence by the Switchbacks. Hard to believe neither one of those shots found the back of the net.
No, you're absolutely right. You can see the concern on the Rio Grande Valley Toros bench over there. Backup goalkeeper is getting ready. This does look like a pretty serious injury here to the left arm of the number 1 Derrick for Rio Grande Valley. Not sure exactly what he did, but we'll see here on the replay. The first one here. Look at this from Josh Phillips. Great elevation. Powers that header goalwards. Cleared right off the line there behind Derrick. Tae-Song Kim recycles this ball, puts it into the box. It's Connor Doyle winning this. And this is a great save here, right at the feet of Josh Suggs. Fantastic save by Derrick.
It was Doyle, the header up, and Suggs nearly sweeps it in. But again, Derrick comes up with a fine play, but he pays for it. Still down to the ground here. And as you take a look at his backup, Callum Irving.
Yeah, we thought Irving might get the start today. We were surprised to see Derrick in there, but we'll see if the goalkeeper can continue. Fantastic save, no regard for his body there. Dove right at the feet of Josh Suggs. He knew he was going to take a nasty one, but he made the save. Great goalkeeping there on that second shot by the Switchbacks.
In terms of goalkeeping, Callum Irvin, the most seasoned player in terms of goalkeepers on this team.
Look at this from Josh Phillips. Out jumps his own teammate Christian Ibiaga even. Deserved a goal, that one. Fantastic header there by Josh Phillips.
Trader there attending to Tyler Derrick. Fans, big thank you to Colorado Computer Support, your collaborative partner in strategic information technology all across the great state of Colorado. Well, it appears that Derrick is up and moving, but he's going to call for a breather, and he'll check out of the game. And it looks like Callum Irving will get the call here in the 18th minute.
And his left elbow there. Derrick, he's going to give that armband. He had the captain's armband also today. He's going to give that to one of his teammates. It will be an early substitution, but like we said, we know the class on the bench. Irving coming in. It's definitely number 1 goalkeeper in Rio Grande Valley FC's eyes, so they won't lose anything there.
Well, we talked a little bit about it in the pregame, but so much at stake for both these teams today. Sacramento Republic right now leading the Western Conference standings at 40 points. The Switchbacks, Vancouver, Oklahoma City all tied. 3-way tie for second at 37 points. And then Rio Grande just 1 point behind them. So obviously a win for Rio Grande. They're in sole possession of second place. The Switchbacks win, and they remain tied for the top spot. They were tied going in to late last night. Sacramento wins, so they stay on top. But boy, what a chase this is shaping up to be, rolling down the stretch. Top 8 teams make it. You've got the Galaxy 2, tied with Rio Grande, OC Blues, and then San Antonio, 31 points. This is going to be a great finish.
Absolutely. It could well come down to the very last game of the regular season to see who's hosting a playoff game, which team is going to be traveling where across this Western Conference. So a very tight race we've had all season, honestly, in the USL's Western Conference. It's been great for the league. It's been great for the fans as well. So
Irving is in, Derek out, and Callum Irving. 6 shutouts this season. He's 2-2-6, 10 games played, 900 minutes, a .70 goals against average, and a save percentage of .891. And he'll get the call here in the 18th minute.
Once again, Charlie Ward starting the break for the Toros. Strong play there from Ronnie Argueta, winning that free kick for the Switchbacks.
Talk about one of those unsung heroes. Certainly, Ronnie Argueta been key to the success this season for the Switchbacks, controlling that midfield territory. Suggs and just too much.
See here, Ronnie Argueta just uses his body, knows exactly what he is, shields the ball, takes the foul from Luna there. Referee again right on top of the action, as you can see.
So Callum Irving just entered the contest for the injured Tyler Derrick. Drives it out. Strong kick. Hangs up in the air. There's Ibiaga. Heads it back across as Argueta flicks it up. Doyle dumps it back to Burt. Played off the chest of Luke Forcoloni. This unit, there's been a lot of continuity. We talked about Doyle, a new face as of a couple of games ago, but for the most part, this has been a consistent lineup, and it's worked well.
You're right. The Switchbacks have kept the spine of this team intact, which is the most important thing on a soccer team. They've kept David Legoric, Josh Phillips, Luke Forcoloni, Marty Maben, Miguel Gonzalez. The real heart and soul of this team has been here all season long for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
All kinds of way to interact with the Switchbacks this season. You can be part of the Switchbacks FC Nation on Facebook. Like Switchbacks FC on Facebook today. Lovejoy up ahead. And a great battle. Josh Suggs there working near the end line, and he'll win it.
Very well played there by Josh Suggs. Great pace there to stay with the man off, and then played that ball off Lovejoy to win David Legoric the goal kick.
Rob Lovejoy, 3 goals coming into this season, or this game. Headed back across. Ibiaga pursues. Chip back, and there's Burt. Good position defensively. Not many breakdowns to this point defensively. Had the one opportunity for Ruben Luna. That has been the difference. He buried his 3rd goal of the season, that in the 6th minute.
Great move there by Tae-Song Kim.
And he's got a little bit of space down the far side. Reverses it. Chips it up. Far side, Miguel Gonzalez. And
unlucky there for Tae-Song Kim. It was a great move on the far side to beat his defender. Looking for that switcher play to Miguel Gonzalez, just unable to find the Switchbacks number 10.
There is a little bit of a breeze blowing out of the south and east, as you can see Tae-Song Kim going to work.
It beats Charlie Ward there on the far side, right in front of Steve Tritchu, encouraging his team to push forward as much as they can. Jordan Burt, Josh Suggs, been kept honest so far here today by Rio Grande Valley FC. It's been difficult for those 2 players to get forward as much as they'd like, having to do a lot of defending in this early part of the first half.
Lovejoy chips it up, and David Legoric. Good decision.
Great starting positioning from David Legoric there, able to bail out Josh Phillips. It was good communication between the 2.
And Miguel Gonzalez able to keep it in play. Here's Marty Maben fighting for position. A little bit of space for Maben, the leading goal scorer for the Switchbacks. Back to Tae-Song Kim. Oh, just misses Josh Suggs. Maben slow to get up at a far end. No call. We play on. Burt defensively working in the box for the Switchbacks. What a move. The cross, and just wide. Wow.
Great move there on the far side. David Legoric having an inquiry here with his central defenders there. Ball fizzed right across the face of David Legoric's goal, and luckily for him, no Toro able to get on the end of that one. It was good play there on the far side. See there, just an odd man rush, fired straight across. There was Josh Phillips there doing his best to slow down Luna.
Ruben Luna that close to picking up his second goal of the game. Yeah, bright on bright, white shirts, orange numbers, hard to read, but one thing that is not hard to read, Ruben Luna. He has been outstanding here this afternoon.
His movement off the ball has been causing the Switchbacks all kinds of problems. It's Charlie Ward sitting deep, looking to spread the ball wide. As you can see, Rio Grande Valley in again here.
At Escalante.
Josh Suggs, that was fantastic challenge, a goal-saving challenge there on the far side by Josh Suggs.
Argueta able to push back defensively for the Switchbacks. Now Connor Doyle, I should say. Suggs sags off Gonzalez, gets by him, and now Phillips plays it on the outside part of the left foot across the midfield stripe, and back is Charlie Ward. And don't forget to follow the USL on Instagram. Check it out at USL Soccer on Instagram today. George Malky up for Lovejoy, and that'll stay Toro's ball.
Switchbacks perfectly content to let the Toros have this kind of possession inside their own half. It's now when the Switchbacks really start pressing.
Burt there, big bump on the far side, and Rio Grande Valley ball. Rio Grande Valley started this season on the road. Tough stretch. The first 4 away from home, 5 of the first 6 away from South Texas, but boy, they have settled in. They weathered the storm, and here they are late in the season battling for a top spot in the Western Conference. Big blast wide of the post, able to.
Charlie Ward there trying his luck. It was more good hold-up play there by Luna, just dragging Christian Ibiaga across the box with him, and Charlie Ward just trying his luck from distance. Going to have to be very lucky to beat a goalkeeper of the class of Dave Legoric from that kind of distance.
So Dave drives it out with the right foot. James now off his chest. Bump to the back by Argueta. Good win. Here's Miguel Gonzalez. He's got some green in front of him. Left side of Josh Suggs. Suggs now holds it up. Drops it back for Argueta. Top of the 18 now. Vercoloni, the captain, not able to control it. And a good win there by Argueta. Plays on. Trying to slip it up for Miguel Gonzalez, but defensively, the Toros positioned well.
That was great play there from Ronnie Argueta to twice start that attack for the Switchbacks.
Now Jordan Burden, well, you can see the spacing start to spread out just a bit for the Switchbacks. Altitude, a different animal for this Rio Grande Valley team, something they're going to have to see all day long. How will they adjust? They got up early. Can they hold on to this 1-0 lead? James now plays it up. Lovejoy. He'll get there in time. Phillips on Lovejoy. Patience shown here by Rio Grande Valley. George Malky to Lovejoy. Lovejoy now into the 18, setting up at the top of the 18.
It's well defended there by Josh Suggs. He followed that run.
And the backside there is Charlie Ward. Into the corner, worked here by Taeson Kim. Chips it up. Lovejoy again turns and right to the legs of Josh Suggs.
Once again, good defending by Suggs.
Matchup. Suggs and Lovejoy. You've got Charlie Ward now. Kim working on him. He'll squeeze it up to Garcia. Emilio Garcia. Malky. Gonzalez on Malky. Quick touch now. Garcia. Top of the 18. Ibiaga gets a foot on it. Phillips bolts out. He hits the turf. Wants a call. Is not going to get it. Chips it up. Slow moving ball, and David Legoric quickly plays it.
Again, very strong starting position there from Dave Legoric. I believe Josh Phillips a bit unlucky not to win that free kick call. Looks like he got himself in between the ball and the man there, but the Switchbacks play on.
A good possession that time for Rio Grande Valley. Colorado Computer Support. CCS is your collaborative partner and strategic information technology all across Colorado. Burt now ricochets off his body, and he'll push on.
It's a good run there from Jordan Burt. Switchbacks need to see Jordan Burt, Josh Suggs getting forward as much as possible. It's just the offensive play of Rio Grande Valley has really kept the fullbacks to the Switchbacks in their own half so far today.
Connor Doyle floats it up on the near side here, and offside the call.
Miguel Gonzalez just a bit offside there. So says the official on the far side.
We talked about Jordan Burt just a second ago. Overlapping runs. Josh Suggs, they've been outstanding all season long. Will be interesting to see how Rio Grande Valley, if they're able to contain that as this game wears on.
You're absolutely right. If Rio Grande Valley can continue, to have so much of possession inside the Switchbacks half, it's going to be very difficult for the wingbacks, the Switchbacks, to push forward as much as they'd like.
Gonzalez, good ball to Marty Maben. Two defenders by him. They sag off. Maben chips it over on the far side for Tason Kim. Heads it in, the shot. Point blank save by Callum Irving. What a play.
Fantastic hands there by Irving for the Toros. It was Luke Vercoloni taking that shot first time on his favorite right foot. Snap volley there from Luke Vercoloni, and great hands there by Irving to keep hold of that one. Marty Maben, great ball. Little flicked header there by Tason Kim. Great strength and a good shot there by Luke Vercoloni, and a really strong point blank save there by Irving.
Diving to his right, Irving off the bench. Cole comes in, makes a huge play, keeps this a 1-0 lead for the road team. Rio Grande Valley right now in the driver's seat. They scored the 6th minute. Ruben Luna gets his 3rd goal of the game. The Switchbacks, so mounting more and more pressure on the offensive end. Will they crack through here in this first half?
2 golden goal scoring opportunities for the Switchbacks, both stopped by 2 different goalkeepers for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros.
What a match this has been on paper. It looked to be a great matchup. You never know how it's going to play out, but it's been everything we had hoped for. 2 of the premier teams, not only in the Western Conference, but in all the USL. These teams obviously both have a great shot at making a deep run of the postseason here in 2016. So that's Kevin Garcia. Slow moving to the ball, far side, and no hurry are the Toros. Throwing there, Ibiaga defending the ball, and quick turn, and fires out of the near side.
That ball did go out behind David Legoric's goal. It was Luna there just trying to take a near post shot there on David Legoric's goal, but that one goes out. Goal kick for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, who are really going to try to press for this equalizer as we tick close to the end of this half.
Boy, what a matchup this is. If you're USL President Jake Edwards, you watch a game like this, you got to be so optimistic and pleased, not only with where the league's at, but where it's going, the future of the league. 2 of the best and brightest right here on display.
No, you said it, in 2 new franchises, relatively new franchises. The Switchbacks just a couple years old. Rio Grande Valley just coming in this year. So great fan support, great stadiums for both teams, and great pace of play both clubs have had so far this season.
And overshoots the intended target, Jordan Burt. Burt has been working hard on that far side here in the first half.
We talk about Jordan Burt on our broadcast quite a lot. Never afraid to get forward from his right back position. Just a little bit too much on that ball there from Ronnie Argueta. Unlucky there not to find Jordan Burt.
Kevin Garcia has got his hands full today on that matchup against 44. So Burt heads it out, and the Toros will play it in. The red hot Rio Grande Valley Toros. Again, as Roland mentioned, this team has not given up a goal since June 26th. In fact, that was the last time they lost a game. A 2-1 loss in South Texas against the OC Blues. Since then, they have not been perfect, but pretty close. Fans, you can check out the USL on Twitter as well. Look for the USL Soccer Twitter handle today for all the highlights, scores, stats, standings, everything. You've got it there on Twitter at USL Soccer. Tason Kim drops it off here for Josh Suggs. You talk about pickups in the offseason for the Switchbacks, a team that was a shootout away from going to the Western Conference Finals a season ago, but they didn't sit still. They made some moves. Josh Suggs, one of those big moves, huge pickup in the offseason. and rolling. It's paid off.
Absolutely. You said Josh Suggs coming across. He takes that captain's armband sometimes from Luke Vercoloni when Luke needs a bit of a rest or is subbed out late in these games. Josh Suggs, he's brought a wealth of experience and so much class going forward on that left-hand side for the Switchbacks.
Vercoloni battling in the box. He had a great matchup there. You got Taylor Hunter inside. George Malky.
Vercoloni just using his strength there. The ball took a bit of a nasty hop, just trying to get in around the backside of Taylor Hunter there. Just unable to get on the end of that. Strong play there from Taylor Hunter.
These two teams very familiar, two players very familiar with each other. Of course, Taylor Hunter, time with the Switchbacks this season to go on loan from Houston in 2015. Good takeaway there by Maben. Here's Miguel Gonzalez up to Marty Maben. He is so dangerous out in front. Marty now off the right foot, a little heavy on the touch, and a giveaway in the box.
Unlucky there for Marty Maben, just waiting for that support. It was a great win initially by the young Irish striker, feeding Miguel Gonzalez, just unable to get his shot off there.
James rolls it over far side for the Toros. Here in the 35th minute, no doubt, stoppage time coming. Extra time at the end of this opening half. James now. A possession game right now for the Toros. Recycling back. It's Taeson Kim not able to win it. Jose Escalante.
Good ball.
Lovejoy awaits. Suggs defending, Lovejoy tap back, Miguel Gonzalez defending quickly for the Switchbacks. Both these teams have been crisp and sharp here in the early going.
Rio Grande Valley FC Toros just allowed all the time they want on the ball inside their own half. The Switchbacks really not pressing them with too much intensity until that ball gets into the Switchbacks half. As soon as I say that, the Switchbacks put on a full court press.
Is Argueta pressuring up top. Phillips plays it down off the right foot. Josh now over to Christian Ibiaga. Chasing there is Ruben Luna for the Toros. Now Jordan Burt. Great move to get it across the midfield stripe.
Really
little 1-2, a little heavy on the touchback.
Very strong move there from Jordan Burt, as you said. Ronnie Argueta's going to win this ball. Play it out left-hand side. A little bit of space here for Josh Suggs.
Off the left foot for Suggs now. Two defenders by him. Hesitates. Suggs using that body to shield the ball. Chipped up from Miguel Gonzalez. Here's Suggs now. Keeps it in play. Crosses it up, but played off the right foot by Taylor Hunter.
Unlucky there for Josh Suggs. He gets a hand up there. Good sportsmanship. Just unable to get on the end of that one. Josh Suggs just a little bit too much there. Miguel Gonzalez. Josh Suggs desperately trying to keep this ball in, and it just goes out of bounds.
Well, the Switchbacks, no time to rest after this one. Turnaround 3 days from now. Oklahoma City in town. The Energy. Well, you want defense. How about that matchup? Two of the best goalkeepers in all the USL. They'll go head-to-head. OKC right now, top of the Switchbacks, 37 points. Second place of the Western Conference standings going into today. That is on a Wednesday night here at Switchback Stadium. James off the takeaway. Long run to the far side. Ibiaga. Well, plays it well.
Very well.
Jordan Burt again. We have called number 44's name early and often here in the opening half.
As this first half has worn on, Jordan Burt's just been given a little bit more license, as well as Josh Suggs here from the left back position, just to push a little bit further forward.
Suggs trying to squeeze it through, but Taylor Hunter, right place defensively for the Toros. Now Lovejoy able to keep his feet. Maven closing. Says, I'll take that.
Great strength there from Marty Maven. Just needs some support now.
Try to feed it up to Miguel Gonzalez defensively, though. James able to work back. On the back end offensively, you get Garcia, Hunter, Malky, and Megalis. And the whistle before Gonzalez can get off a shot.
It's going to be a handball there on that. Miguel Gonzalez just looking for the pass over the top. Caught the hand of a Rio Grande Valley FC defender there, so referee right on top of it. Handball, Switchbacks, great chance for a free kick here. As you can see there, pops just off his hand and then off of his face.
So free kick here for Colorado Springs, Christian Ibiaga.
Golden opportunity here for the Switchbacks. Bit of a difficult angle for a right footer. I wouldn't be surprised to see Josh Suggs maybe step up with his left foot here, or see the right-footed Christian Ibiaga look for a teammate on the back post.
Got Suggs right next to Christian Ibiaga.
The angle favors Josh Suggs a little bit more, but the power is certainly with Christian Ibiaga here.
Ibiaga with a right strike. Suggs would be strong foot, the left foot, shot over the crossbar.
You can see what Ibiaga was going for there, just looking for that postage stamp finish. Got the ball up and over the wall, just a little bit too close to the goal to get it back down again. Unlucky there for Christian Ibiaga. It's good form. He keeps his knee on top of it. Just too close to the goal to get that ball up and over the wall and then back down again.
Callum Irving checked into the 18th minute of play. 11th game he's seen action in this season. Drives it deeper to the Switchbacks end.
That is a physical battle right there between Luna and Christian Ibiaga. Luna had both hands behind him, reaching back there. Christian Ibiaga also wrapped up. Referee on top of it. He gave the foul one way. You can see there, this is a heavyweight matchup right here.
Luna goes 6 feet, $160, but certainly a physical player. And Ibiaga 6'2", $190. Here the free kick. The Toros drive it over left side. Charlie Ward on that free kick. And a great takeaway defensively by the captain, Luke Vercoloni. Keeps his feet. Vercoloni now, another fine move. Vercoloni now drops it off to Gonzalez. Here we go. Miguel into the Toros end. Miguel near the court of the 18. He's got Suggs behind him. Josh off the tap back. Chips it in. Moving up is Vercoloni. But well screened was that ball. Is Irving able to come out and make the play?
Strong goalkeeping there from Irving. Great feat we saw initially in his own half there by Luke Vercoloni to start that break. Wonderful play from the Switchbacks captain.
Fan Superhero Night with a post-match Independence Day size fireworks show Saturday, September the 3rd. Make sure you get your tickets now at switchbacksfc.com. And again, that's right here at Switchback Stadium on September the 3rd. Taylor Hunter, he has been key here defensively in the opening half for the Toros.
That's got to be a yellow card. Yes, it is.
That's James.
Absolutely took a huge piece there of Connor Doyle with him there. To Jorginho James, referee again right on top of it, brandishes the yellow card. Looks like Connor Doyle's going to be able to pick himself up from that one, but it looks like he took one right in the side of the stomach there in the rib cage perhaps.
Lauren, you and I could hear it all the way up here in the booth, the reaction after Jorginho James got a piece of Connor Doyle.
You could hear the wind being knocked out of Connor Doyle all the way up here on the gantry. See here another strong throw in from Josh Suggs. So you see just the end of it here. Jorginho James coming in. Yep, takes quite a piece of Connor Doyle there. Smart move there from Connor Doyle just to get himself in front, win that ball. Switchbacks have a nice opportunity here to try to switch play from this. Look for some of their taller players. Josh Phillips, Christian Ibiaga on the back post.
Suggs on a free kick. There's Ibiaga up in the air. And Doyle's got it. Vercoloni now sweeps it with the right foot. And again, it goes wide.
Another good chance there from the Switchbacks. It was a good win initially by Connor Doyle. Ball found its way to Luke Vercoloni. Vercoloni just trying to take the volley off of his right foot, unable to keep that one on goal. More good play, though, from Luke Vercoloni. He's becoming more and more involved in this game. That's a great win there. Connor Doyle, Luke Vercoloni, nice touch. A little bit behind him, if anything, just reaching back, trying to get that shot on goal. It bounces harmlessly wide, but more good play from the Switchbacks going forward here as this half gets closer to the end.
Well, the Switchbacks obviously don't have a goal to show for their opportunities here in the opening half, but they have been knocking on the door. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time before the home team cashes in.
The Switchbacks have had the best offensive opportunities of this game. One so good that starting goalkeeper Derek had to injure himself to make the save. Two great saves by the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros goalkeeper so far in this game. So the Switchbacks starting to put some things together offensively.
So Callum Irving out of goal to make the play. Jordan Bird again pressuring from that far side for Colorado Springs. Callum Irving checks into the 18th minute, replacing the injured Tyler Derrick, and holding on to this 1-0 lead for the Toros. Rio Grande Valley, 11 goals in the last 2 games, make it now 12 after that opening goal here by Ruben Luna, his 3rd of the season. Ibiaga defensively along with Phillips, and now the whistle.
Referee's going to call that foul on Luna, just reaching behind him there, getting a piece of Christian Ibiaga, who was trying to win that ball. It's been a great matchup all game long. Christian Ibiaga gets Luna.
Ibiaga is such a big, strong, physical defender. So
Jorginho James looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock here. He's going to need some help here, holding the back of his calf, Achilles region here.
Ronnie Argueta there, and what a showing today, fans. Sunday afternoon, what a place to be. A little bit of a breeze. A little Hawaiian shave ice this afternoon.
Delicious.
Perfect day to cool off.
Looks like James is going to be okay to continue. Maybe just a bit of a cramp there. Referee had a bit of a look at it. No trainers came on, so James is going to stay in this game.
5 minutes of extra time coming up here in about 30 seconds. Ibiaga. And again, the Toros pressuring up top. Lovejoy is Argueta sweeps it over. Taken away here by James. James now at midfield. And Phillips. Well played by Josh.
Great positioning and even better strength there from Josh Phillips. That's first-class defending from the Switchbacks number 2.
Matched up there against Ruben Luna. Toros. All right, 5 minutes of extra time. Here we go. All kinds of time. The breeze slowly whispering in out of the south here. Now a whistle before Malky can throw it in.
Just moving Malky back a couple of steps here.
Gonzalez in front of him. Malky bounces it up. And what a takeaway there by Suggs. And now Argueta for Gonzalez. Here's Burt on the run again. Jordan Burt. He's got some room. 2 defenders by him. Jordan now chips it up. Maben, and too strong on the touch.
It's good defending there by Rio Grande Valley FC, but another strong break forward from Jordan Burt, coming more involved in this game.
There's Phillips high in the air. By Josh Phillips, as good as they come in terms of winning those 50-50 balls off the ground.
And what a challenge that was by Ronnie Argueta, who just got pushed in the back by Jorginho James off the ball.
And now Maben looking for a long blast, drops it off, right side. Doyle holds it up. Here's Tae-Sung Kim through the corner of the 18. Tae-Sung now going to work. Suggs in front of him. Tae-Sung to his right. The cross off the body and now cleared out by the Toros.
Ronnie Argueta here just picking himself up off the ground after getting that shove in the back of the head by Jorginho James.
Suggs reversing direction and now bumped from behind by Lovejoy. And it'll be switchback ball.
This game is simmering, ladies and gentlemen at home. This game is simmering, and it's about to boil over here at Switchback Stadium.
Colorado Springs tied up here. Opportunity stoppage time at the end of the opening half. Gonzalez not able to get there, but there's Ibiaga. One hop. Christian now plays it over to Josh Phillips.
Strong play here from the Switchbacks just to recycle this ball and keep it in the Rio Grande Valley FC half.
3 minutes to go here in extra time. The end of this opening half. Long ball down. There's Burt again. Jordan, well played. Oh, looked like he was able to keep it in, but just got through the end line.
Unlucky there on Jordan Burt. That was a world-class switching pass there from Josh Phillips to find his teammate there on the far side of the field. Unlucky there for the Switchbacks, but one of their better offensive moves of the game there, being able to keep that ball, recycling possession inside the Toros half and pinning Rio Grande Valley back as deep as they've been in this game.
Well, in the Switchbacks a season ago, one of the top offensive threats day in and day out in this league. Not been the case this season, but still the numbers can be deceptive, and we've yet to see a breakout game, but you get the sense this is a team on the verge of breaking out. They've had some golden opportunities. The spacing, the pace, it's been good for Steve Tritchew's team.
Absolutely, just that finishing has let the Switchbacks down so far, and standout goalkeeping so far from the Toros.
Long ball, far side, Burt able to head it up. Toros though. Play it near the corner of the 18, off the back to Jordan Burt. Now Argueta fights forward. Ronnie spins. What a move, but too strong on the touch, and Phillips there to clean up, and now we've got a late whistle.
He's reaching for the back pocket. That's going to be a red card on Ronnie Argueta. That's a straight red card for Ronnie Argueta.
And now we've got some pushing. Phillips pushing over the...
I told you, ladies and gentlemen, this game was about to boil over, and it certainly did. You've been seeing it here off the ball. It hasn't come, maybe it hasn't come through to the people at home, but this game off the ball, the referee has been very busy. There have been a lot of chippy fouls here in this game, and finally here, this is boiling over. Both teams here going head to head. The referee's going to have to get control of this one here at Switchback Stadium.
So Argueta picks up the red card in extra time at the end of the first half.
Didn't make contact with his foot. His foot was raised. He was reaching for that ball there. Didn't make contact there with Jorginho James. I believe Ronnie Argueta's trailing leg caught Jorginho James. And just a few moments before that, Jorginho James had a push out at the back of Ronnie Argueta's head. The referee was looking at that. He was probably thinking about that in the back of his mind. I'm not sure how much contact Ronnie Argueta made there. I think it's very unlucky on the Switchbacks number 8.
So the Switchbacks will be with 10 men from here on out. Unbelievable. Steve Tritchew, as Argueta looks on behind him, cannot believe it.
I'm not going to translate that, but yeah, difficult there for the referees. Just got to get control of this game.
Jorginho James draws the call, and it's a big one. Argueta has been so impactful at the midfield spot for this Switchbacks team this season.
Been one of the players for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks this season. It's going to be very hard for the Switchbacks to get in this game without their talisman, without their number 8 on the field.
Now, if you're Steve Tritchew, how do you regain the composure of your team? Thankfully, we're at the end of the opening half, so they'll be going to the locker room shortly, but this is a team, the Switchbacks, they're fired up right now.
Yeah, you can see there, you can see what the referee is looking at, but you can also see that Ronnie Argueta doesn't make any contact there with his raised leg.
That's a tough call.
It is a tough call. You see Jorginho James is struggling there. And I believe the referee may have given out some yellow cards in that melee. There was a bit of a scrum here that happened at Switchback Stadium after that red card was brandished, so we'll do our best to find out who has been cautioned here, but there is going to be a substitution. It looks like number 10 is going to come in for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros to replace Jorginho James, who was struggling from an earlier challenge, excuse me.
So that would be Eric Bird in for Jorginho James at the midfield spot. He's going to exit the game, but from this vantage point, it did not look like Argueta got his leg.
No, it didn't. Ronnie Argueta just lost control of that ball. He was stretching. That's when the dangerous things happen for a soccer player. They're just stretching. That ball has just run a little bit too long. He was desperately stretching that right leg out, trying to make contact with that ball, and was unable to get it. The referee, I'm not sure about his positioning. I'm not criticizing his positioning at all. I'm just not sure exactly what the referee saw. He was screened a little bit there. So we'll have to find out after the game. But Ronnie Argueta, one of the cleanest, one of the fairest players you'll have in the USL, so you know it wasn't intentional. I'm not saying he didn't make contact with Jorginho James, but I am saying it wasn't intentional because Ronnie Argueta is certainly not that type of player.
Well, Steve Tritchew down a man here.
And not just any player, but Ronnie Argueta, so influential for the Switchbacks and so important in a game like this to sit in front of the back four. That role is going to go to Tae-Song Kim now, is going to slot in there just in front of Christian Ipiaga and Josh Phillips.
Low ball, one hop to David Agoric.
So no substitutions for the Switchbacks to end the half. Smart refereeing there by the referee just to call an end to this half. Let tensions calm down. Let everything get back. Let the teams get into the locker room and let everything calm down here a little bit. It's just starting to boil over here a little bit at Switchback Stadium.
So 45 minutes in the books. We've had all kinds of fireworks. Rio Grande Valley, they have the lead thanks to the goal by Ruben Luna. 6th minute of the game, he cashes in. The home team trailing here at the break. Back with a halftime show in a moment.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
The award-winning Xfinity Sports Report is back for another year. Tune in every Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. for the most comprehensive high school sports coverage in Colorado. That's the Xfinity Sports Report, only on Comcast Entertainment Television. Xfinity Channel 900.
Broncos Wednesdays only on CET. Join your favorite team every Wednesday night from 7 till 10 p.m. See exclusive shows, cheerleader specials, alumni specials, Hall of Fame inductions, and more.
The one thing that we really liked about Paxton is the enthusiasm that he plays the game with.
Get your Broncos fix every Wednesday only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Bring your popcorn and grab a drink for Big Movie Mouth Off, hosted by Jimmy Martin. See video on demand, reviews, and the latest films and trailers. Right here on CET.
Back here at the half Switchback Stadium, the temperature rising as the Switchbacks and Rio Grande Valley Toros. Tensions getting high at the end of this one. Welcome back in, everybody. Josh Howe alongside Roland Vargas. And Roland, what a first 45 minutes of play. The Toros struck in the 6th minute. Ruben Luna gets the goal to put them up 1-0, but you called it before that red card and extra time into the first half. You sensed that things were starting to boil over, on the verge of boiling over. They did at the end of that first half.
They certainly did. This game got out of control here at Switchback Stadium. You could see there were a lot of chippy little fouls flying in from both teams. There were some players that were remonstrating with the referee. The referee was on top of it up until that point, but you just got the feeling here with the tension of this game, with both teams being so high in the Western Conference and with what's on the line here at Switchback Stadium, that this game really could boil over, and it certainly did here with that red card to Ronnie Argueta right at the end of the first half.
Georgino James, the recipient, as Ronnie Argueta looking to make what appeared to be a clean play, gets red carded. He leaves the game. James exits the game as well, and that could change everything.
Absolutely. James had already picked up a yellow card there, so I think they might have been bringing him off there just to protect him for the second half. But you could see Ronnie Argueta, he was just stretching for that ball. It was a very unlucky call on Ronnie Argueta. You and I know firsthand just the kind of class and the kind of individual that Ronnie Argueta is, and he's certainly not the type of player that's going to try to injure an opponent. So obviously the referee doesn't know that. He's not as familiar with the Switchbacks as we are, but we just didn't see that contact there from Ronnie Argueta's right leg that would necessitated that red card.
That aside, this has been a well-played first half, and for the Switchbacks, they've had their chances, just not able to cash in.
You're absolutely right. Two great saves by two different goalkeepers for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. The Switchbacks have had the better of the goal-scoring opportunities in this game, despite the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros being up 1-0.
Tyler Derrick was injured earlier, the starting goalkeeper for the Toros. Callum Irving comes in. He makes a great point-blank save. So certainly both guys getting it done for Rio Grande Valley. So the Switchbacks, we know what they need to do. They need to cash in on these opportunities. If you're the Toros, though, you're man up, go to the second half. You're at altitude. You haven't given up a goal since late June. What is the strategy in the second half?
Well, I'm going to be interested to see whether the Toros come out looking to get that second goal and effectively end this game being up a man, or whether they're going to hold on to that lead, try to hold on to the ball, and invite the Switchbacks onto them. It's going to be interesting to see how the Toros attack this second half.
Keep in mind the Switchbacks, this is number 2 of 3, a 3-game homestand. They've got one of the top defensive teams in the league, Oklahoma City, coming in, but certainly no chance of them looking ahead at this point. They got a lot of work ahead of them. In the locker room, Steve Tritchie will see what kind of adjustments they make here for the second half. Stick around, folks. We got highlights coming up. 45 minutes in the books, and Rio Grande Valley up 1-0 back after this.
You guys be good. I'll see you later. Bye, Missy.
Xfinity Home provides 24/7 professional monitoring for 24/7 peace of mind. Know what your pets are up to with Xfinity Home. Connected, protected, home. Xfinity customers get a great deal on Xfinity Home and ask about free installation. Call or go online today. See The Secret Life of Pets in theaters July 8th.
Fall in love with living yoga all this month on CET. Kelly Moore leads you through positions that will transform your body, mind, and spirit. Start your day at 6 a.m. or take a midday break at noon. Watch Living Yoga every day right here on CET.
Concerts in Colorado from Access TV. Get your ticket anytime. Go to Xfinity On Demand, then turn your volume up.
Discover real people finding self-reflection, dreams of superpowers, and the strength and courage of Batman. Tragedies become superpowers that each superhero can overcome. What would Batman do? Stand and fight. Legend of the Night, only on CET.
I've been working on this show for a long time, folks, and I'm going to bring you the very best in traditional country music and entertainment.
It was 1970-something. Big bang, boom, 1, 2, 3. I learned my lesson well. Yes, you can't please everyone, so you got to please.
Don't forget to watch the Joey Canyon Show on CET.
On a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here at the half, Switchback Stadium, the Rio Grande Valley Toros, a 1-0 lead over Switchbacks FC. Josh Howe, Roland Vargas back inside, and Roland, what a first half. All kinds of opportunities for both sides. Let's start with the visitors, Rio Grande Valley. They looked good early on. I think it started with the goalkeeping.
It did. Fantastic saves, succession of saves actually here by the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros goalkeepers here.
Tyler Derrick got the starting goal, and you can see an opportunity there. The point-blank save by Callum Irving, who came into the 19th minute. Irving, save after save, and then they cash in. 6th-minute, Ruben Luna, his 3rd goal this season, beating David Agork. One of the few goals given up this season for David Agork. Just a great move. David Agork gives up that goal in the 6th minute. After that, more and more defense. The Toros had some opportunities. The Switchbacks, though, really settled in And Roland, they started to play their game, and it showed on the other end.
You're absolutely right. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks had arguably the best goal-scoring opportunities of that half, despite being shut out. But it was fantastic offensive play by the Switchbacks as the half grew on. They grew into this game. You could see the confidence. We talked about Josh Suggs, Jordan Burt, so influential down both sides for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, and Jordan Burt especially playing some great crosses in for the Switchbacks.
Josh Phillips on a quarter kick, the great header. What you thought was going to be a sure goal. There's the captain, Luke Vercoloni, setting it up. And, of course, Caleb Irving getting some help at the backside. And here another opportunity. Doyle heads it up. And Suggs, how did that not get in?
Yeah, fantastic save there. Once again, you see here Josh Suggs saving a goal there with that perfectly timed tackle.
And the Toros just kept at it. Suggs defensively strong. Frustrations, emotions, tension, they were building towards the end of that first half.
No, you're absolutely right. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks, you could see as the half wore on, their offensive opportunities increased, some of the play increased, and you can see here outshooting their opponents 6-4 in the first half.
So it's been neck and neck. It's been by committee, the goalkeeping for Rio Grande Valley. David Lagore giving up the one goal, but he's also made a great save. Both sides, you have to feel like it could come down to a flip of a coin, but as you pointed out, red card could be the key stat of the game. Of course, Ronnie Argueta, key midfielder, he's out. Picked up the red card at extra time at the end of the first half, so they'll play a man down for the remaining 45 minutes of this one.
It's going to be difficult for the Switchbacks to get in this game with only 10 men, but they're going to do all they can. They're going to press Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. I know that starting in the second half, they're going to put the pressure on early and see if they can get that goal to make it 1-1. If this game becomes 1-1, anything could happen here at Switchback Stadium.
Roland, we know this is a deep bench for the Switchbacks. We'll see some faces, different faces here in the second half. What changes do you think Steve Trichy makes, and when does he make them?
I think he might bring on some more size. J.J. Greer, Kevin Durr possibly coming in just to give a little bit of boost for the Switchbacks being down a man, and also some of that speed. Saeed Robinson, Mike Seth, you might see some of those offensive players be involved also in the second half.
Mike Seth, he has been a key contributor offensively. He's been out the last game or so trying to work his way back on the lineup. Will he return to the field today? If he does, it could be a pivotal game-changing substitution. Now, we talked about the Switchbacks, their depth. How about Rio Grande Valley? They've got all kinds of talent. We'll see how they adjust here in the second half. 45 of the books, 45 to go. The second half when we come back.
What would you do with even more internet speed? Just about everything. Faster. Well, now with Xfinity, you can get speeds up to 105 megabits per second with Blast Internet. You'll enjoy reliably fast speeds even during peak hours when everyone is online. Plus, Xfinity delivers the fastest internet in America, according to speedtest.net. Ask how you can get the fastest internet today, or get started with Blast, now up to 105 megabits per second. So you can do more of what you love online. Call or visit Xfinity.com today.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor. Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Back here at Switchback Stadium, starting the second half of play. The Switchbacks will attack from left to right to the south end of the stadium. And Saeed Robinson, a fresh face on the field. He'll work in for Marty Mabin here to start the second half of play. And boy, you talk about the Energizer Bunny, all kinds of speed with number 11 on the field.
Exactly right. He's just going to try to use that speed to get in behind the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros, try to stretch their defense as much as possible, which of course is critical with the Switchbacks being down to 10 men here in the second half.
Again, Ronnie Argueta red carded, extra time at the end of the first half. So playing with 10 men, the Switchbacks down a goal. They'll work it up.
It'll be Connor Doyle and Tae-Song Kim who are going to slot into the center and midfield to try to replace Ronnie, what they've lost with the experience and strength of Ronnie Argueta.
Bercoloni, a little 1-2 there with Saeed Robinson. Luke now dancing into the corner for Miguel Gonzalez. Good feed up and just well positioned defensively by Rio Grande Valley.
You've got to think the next goal in this game is absolutely critical. If Rio Grande Valley are able to stretch this lead to 2-0, be very difficult for the Switchbacks to come back in this game. But being at home, Switchback Stadium, this kind of altitude, this kind of crowd that we have on hand today, the Switchbacks are able to tie this one up at 1-1. We're going to have a great second half.
And we're going to have a corner kick here in the opening minute of this second half of play. Josh Suggs will go over to take it for Colorado Springs.
Ibiaga and Josh Phillips both coming forward for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to add some height in the box for this corner kick.
Josh Suggs scored on a corner down in Scottsdale earlier this season. See if he's got another one in him. 47th minute of play. The former OC Blues captain drives it backside of the post. Phillips gets by him. He hits the turf, looks around, wants a call. Not gonna get it.
Unlucky there for Josh Phillips. It was another great leap there. You can see just the timing and the explosiveness physically that Josh Phillips has. Might have been held back a little bit there. I can't quite see. That's what he's complaining to the referee, but I couldn't quite see there on live time. Unlucky there for Josh Phillips not to be able to direct that header on goal.
Josh Phillips is tough, as physical, as good in the air as you'll find him here in the USL. Strong drive out by Callum Irving, who replaced Tyler Derrick in the 19th minute of this match. So Rio Grande Valley know what's at stake today, a win, and they are in sole possession of second place, 1 point behind the top team in the league right now, Sacramento Republic FC, who vaulted into that top spot after a 4-0 working of Portland late last night at Bonnie Field.
We know how desperate the rest of the teams in the Western Conference are going to be to not have to travel to Bonnie Field for a playoff game.
You talk about home field advantages, no doubt one of the best, if not the best, at all the USL, and there's some good ones out there. Cincinnati, Louisville, there's been outstanding home support, but certainly year in and year out, Sacramento, as good as they come.
You're right. I was talking to the Switchbacks. Excuse me just a second here as Connor Doyle makes a nice move forward and passes this one off to Saeed Robinson.
Here's Saeed, quarter of the 18, headed right back out.
I was talking with some of the Switchbacks players after their most recent game in Sacramento. They were talking about the amount of fans there and the noise they had actually making the field vibrate while they were playing in that game. So that is one vicious atmosphere to go in and try to get a win, and especially in the playoffs. So the Switchbacks, Rio Grande Valley, going to try to get that number 1, number 2 seed going into the playoffs.
Speaking of getting, how about Jordan Burt to take away there? Jordan has been so active this afternoon. I have a feeling if the Switchbacks are able to work their way back out of this game and tie it up, number 44 is going to have a hand in it.
You're absolutely right. Josh Suggs, Jordan Burt, fantastic pushing forward from their wing-back positions all game long here at Switchback Stadium.
So Christian Ibiaga on the throw-in for the home team. 49th minute of play. Lobs it up for Vercoloni. The captain taps it back, and now Luke. To Connor Doyle. Big collision of the opening half. Connor Doyle, but he's okay. Starting here in the second half. Here's Luke now. Plenty of room in the midfield spot. Connor Doyle now. Heavy touch, good feed to Miguel Gonzalez. A little too much though. Phillips from behind. That's all effort by Josh.
Fantastic step forward there by Josh Phillips.
And now Vercoloni, 2 defenders around him. Is Gonzalez able to control? Miguel spins around, looking for an opening.
Very good possession here by the Switchbacks.
Ibiaga and Jordan Burt not able to run it down. Check that, Josh Suggs. And out of the far side. The message at the half, you wonder just how it will affect this team in terms of calming down the Switchbacks. They appear to be a composed team to start the second half. We'll see if that continues to play out here in the second half of play.
There's 2 ways to go about defeating a team when you're down to 10 men. One is just to be reckless and go out, leave nothing behind. The other one is to be smart, stay tactically organized, and try to wear down the other team. The Switchbacks are clearly doing the latter. Very organized behind the ball. They're not worried about Rio Grande Valley having some cheap possession. They're just going to try to keep themselves in the game and try to exploit some of the weaknesses of Rio Grande Valley on the counterattack.
So played at midfield by Rio Grande Valley. They'll sweep it back. Pursuing was Connor Doyle. And a press up top for the Switchbacks. Long ball, near side, one hop, and it's going to get through to Jose Escalante. Chips it up into the box. Good run there. The cross, the shot denied by David Agork. The put back cross, and on the backside ricochets off Ibiaga. What a stamp of the Switchbacks.
That's how you keep your team in the game. David Agork, the #1 of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks and one of the best goalkeepers in this league. Fantastic save there by David Agork, who's going to pick up a yellow card here for booting that ball away out of frustration. But what a save there by David Agork. Point blank, no time to react. Threw himself at that one. Fantastic save, Switchbacks #1.
Controlled emotion on display here for the Switchbacks.
Look at
and a
that.
big time save with the left foot.
Beautiful, and then Christian Ibiaga, hands out of the way, ball off of his ribcage. Wells Fargo corner kick here for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros.
So Rio Grande Valley, first quarter here, the second half.
And David Agork did pick up a yellow card after that play.
Backside, David secures off the first corner kick of the game for Rio Grande Valley. You can see David a little bump there with the left hand and the left side of the body. And you called it, Roland. Tensions nearly boiled over midway through that first half. They did at the end of the second half. We'll see if these teams can play under control here. Fans, don't forget, follow the Switchbacks on Twitter. Look for the Twitter handle @SwitchbacksFC. Here's the captain, Luke Vercoloni. Looking to get it up to Suggs. Suggs, he's grabbed, but he plays forward. The cross in front of the goal. Cleared out with the right foot by Kevin Garcia.
Really good play there on the far side by Josh Suggs. Shrugged off the defender. Great ball in, looking for Saeed Robinson to make that run across the face of goal.
Now room here for the Toros. Left side, near side, it's Jose Escalante. Played by Christian Ibiaga. Escalante steps through into the 18. Ibiaga, physical play. Escalante on his feet, chips it up. Backside, the low ball, and it fires high over the crossbar. And another Toro is down on the turf. We've seen that time and time again today.
You're right, we have. That was great defense initially there by Christian Ibiaga just to hold that ball up here on the near side. Tae-Song Kim coming across and making that challenge in, just forcing the Rio Grande Valley FC Toro player to shoot that ball high.
What a tough break there, as you can see Ibiaga going to work defensively.
See here, Tae-Song Kim just getting his challenge in right as that shot goes over the bar.
Boy, and a tough blow. And good to see Rob Lovejoy walking off. Boy, if you're head coach Wilmer Cabrera, you're just cringing. So many Toros have been on the turf here this afternoon, slow to get up, but good news for the road team. Lovejoy's okay, we play on.
Good win there by Saeed Robinson.
Here's Luke Vercoloni up ahead, Saeed Robinson, and that ball too far off the mark.
You can see already in this half, Saeed Robinson just using that pace to get in behind the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros down their left flank.
Saeed plays it up. Miguel Gonzalez, little 1-2 there, and Off the mark, intended for Syed Robinson. Tae-Sung Kim not able to get there, but still be switchback ball.
Really haven't been able to tell in the first 10 minutes of the second half that the Switchbacks have been playing down a man. Great intensity from the Switchbacks to start this half.
Love the energy out of the home team, and Suggs over the net of the backside. We are looking at right now, if the playoffs were to start today, 2 playoff teams, and it looks like it. This is a great matchup. You talk about those draws, some matchups are lopsided, but not this one. These teams are evenly matched. Again, 6 days from now, these 2 teams will hook up again, only in South Texas and Edinburgh.
You can see Steve Tritchew's frustration there. He almost knocked over the bench that his team is sitting on after kicking it there. Tae-Sung Kim looked like it could have been a clean challenge there, but the referee was right on top of it, and he blew for the foul.
So played back for the Toros.
He's got his Michael Phelps game face on to Steve Tritchew there on the far side of the field, destroying that piece of gum.
Here to the Switchbacks end, David Agoric. 2 hops it, and David quickly plays it out of the far side to Jordan Burt. So active this afternoon, number 44 across the midfield stripe. Now Jordan plays it up, Miguel Gonzalez. And Irving just drives it out of the goal box.
Good play so far from Tae-Sung Kim. His role has changed in this second half. He's done very well in that holding defensive midfield role to start the second half.
Fans, Nike's a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. Ruben Luna, 6-minute goal. That is the difference. 1-0. Rio Grande Valley working with the lead here in the second half. Switchbacks outshot Rio Grande Valley 6-4 in the opening 45 minutes of play, but a big red card issued to Ronnie Argueta out of that half as David Agoric comes up to play it. And the Switchbacks have been playing with 10 men since.
Good starting position once again from David Agoric, trying to recycle and start the Switchbacks attack as quickly as he can.
So Suggs to take it after it's headed out of the far side. Oh, Seth, brother, Jordan Burt. Mentioned Mike Seth. Perhaps we see number 12 in the second half. One of the names we discussed at the half in terms of a spark, potential spark for the Switchbacks team. Syed Robinson playing for Marty Mabin here in half number 2.
Switchbacks have now changed it up tactically. They're going with 3 at the back. Jordan Burt is slotted into the left back position. Christian Ibiaga right back. Josh Phillips at the lone center back right now. So that means that Josh Suggs will be pushed a little bit further forward on that left wing. He's dropping into left back right now to help support his defense. But when the Switchbacks push forward, they're only going to have a 3-man defensive line.
Now Suggs has been outstanding on the offensive end, a goal and 4 assists. You think of him as a defender, but certainly much more than that. He has got a lot of offensive skill.
He's got all the speed and all the class of a left winger disguised as a left back. Josh Suggs very good going forward for the Switchbacks.
Here's Kevin Garcia, played by Ibiaga. Garcia able to break to his right. Garcia now reversing direction, dumps it forward. Ibiaga there defensively, and he'll take it away with the right foot. What effort by Christian Ibiaga.
Strong play there from Christian Ibiaga. We've said that all game. He's never giving up on that. He was following around the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros captain there, Kevin Garcia, not giving him any moment of daylight there.
Saeed over to Tae-Sung Kim. Now Miguel Gonzalez. And just a bit off. Haven't seen many of those tight passes today from any of the 10 or 11 on the Switchbacks side. This is the second of 3 consecutive games at home. Again, the Switchbacks, their goal 9 points in 3 games. They got Oklahoma City, a team tie with the Switchbacks right now. Three-way tie for second of the conference standings coming into today. OKC comes into town on Wednesday.
Of course, Ronnie Argueta will be suspended for that matchup for the Switchbacks, so more changes in the center and midfield for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks for that game.
Boy, how quickly things change in this league.
See Jordan Burt there picking himself up. Just got spun around there. Nice move. Took a lot of his calf there, did the player Jordan Burt, getting right back up after that one, though.
So free kick here for the Switchbacks. Wilmer Cabrera looks on for Rio Grande Valley. There's no short road trip for that team. Part of the first 4 games away from home, headed up over the crossbar.
Last minute defending there. Josh Phillips was on the doorstep ready to fire that one home. That was great defending there by Ivan Magalis there. Coming across, making that last-ditch header, going out for another Switchbacks corner kick, which Josh Phillips will Josh Suggs will once again come across to take.
So corner kick here for the Switchbacks. Josh Suggs. Fans started to come alive here in the early part of the second half. Suggs bends it in, backside, headed up in the air, and now a whistle.
There's the old adage, if the goalkeeper falls to the ground off of a set piece, the referee will blow the whistle, and he did just that.
And a substitution for the Toros. Have a look there is Irving going to work. Oh, boy. Didn't see that.
First substitution of the second half here for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros.
Looks like Yair Arboda to check in momentarily. Ziggy, all kinds of fun with the fans here this afternoon. Escalante is out.
Escalante had a good shift today, played really well. I think they're just going to be resting him here.
And Colorado Computer Support, your collaborative partner in strategic information technology all across Colorado. Lovejoy, too much. Well, what a well-played game. You'd like to see a little fire at times. It's been out of control, just a touch though, but for the most part, these teams have played within themselves and played hard. Played up for Lovejoy. Working against Christian Ibiaga. Crosses it over, corner of the 18. Phillips defending along with Tayson Kim. Good feed into the box, and Ibiaga is there. What a matchup with Lovejoy. Ibiaga wins again. Here's Vercanoni. Long ball up, and that will be played back by the Toros.
Once again, Josh Suggs going forward on that left side, just leaving Josh Phillips, Jordan Burt, Christian Ibiaga as the back three for the Switchbacks.
Chipped up. Now play back with a 1-0 lead. You're playing at altitude. You go into defensive mode if you're Rio Grande Valley.
Well, Charlie Ward, who's on the ball right here, has been getting ever closer to his central back pairing, so it appears that the message from the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros coaching staff has just been, let's hold what we have. The Switchbacks can't score against us, obviously, if we control the ball, so they're not too desperate to make any inroads offensively, but they're perfectly willing to keep the ball, go side to side as they are doing now, and go backwards when they need to.
Here's Ward, Kevin Garcia. Got that captain armband on with Derek exiting the game in the 19th minute. Lovejoy now on Ibiaga. What a move. Lovejoy moves in. Lovejoy sets it up, denied there on the doorstep. Josh Phillips there defensively for the Switchbacks.
Great cover there from Josh Phillips to come across and bail out Christian Ibiaga. Wonderful defending there.
What a handful, but Ibiaga has been up to the task here this afternoon. Saeed, that speed but it's covered up defensively. Well played on the backside by Kevin Garcia. You got Malky, Garcia, Hunter, and Magalis defending for Rio Grande Valley. Boy, David Agort getting some help today.
Josh Phillips there goes down to the ground early, keeps himself big. Great defensive play once again, Josh Phillips.
Phillips playing it up. Josh now says push down. Suggs awaits. Josh now plays up to side. Robinson bumped in the back, and that will be a call on Rio Grande Valley.
Another good position here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks for a free kick, as we see another substitution here from the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros just to come after we see a replay here. Saeed Robinson first to that ball, tripped up. Good call by the referee. It's going to be Jose Rodriguez that's going to be coming in.
Jose Memo Rodriguez, 6 goals, 4 assists, 16 points. He's the leading point getter, and he's coming off the bench.
Absolutely shows you the quality and the depth of this Rio Grande Valley FC Toros team.
This Rio Grande Valley team working in concert with the Houston Dynamo, one of the all-time teams in the MLS. Championship caliber, won a couple of titles, and Rio Grande Valley, no shortage of talent, passed on from the MLS team.
And it's Lovejoy who makes way. Great game played here today by Lovejoy. He was a constant thorn on the Switchback side. Really well played. You see him getting some love from his teammates there.
Josh Suggs headed up and secured by Callum Irving.
Very difficult skill that. Connor Doyle trying to head that one towards goal with the back of his head. Just didn't have enough power on it. Easily saved in the end.
And here's the speed on display.
Talking about speed on display, Saeed Robinson with a 100-yard sprint to come back and win that ball. Brilliantly done there by Saeed Robinson.
Arboda, Robinson, what a matchup. 36-11 going at it with the Toros of the Switchbacks.
Saeed Robinson was on the edge of the opponent's box when that play broke down. Made a 70, 80-yard sprint there to win that ball back for his team. That's great working back there for Saeed Robinson.
Roland, you and I talked about that in terms of all-out speed. The fastest guy in this team, perhaps the fastest guy in the field, look no further than number 11. He is special.
You're absolutely right, Saeed Robinson. He's got that next level speed both on and off the ball. There's plenty of players around the game of soccer who are blazingly fast off the ball, but as soon as they get the ball, they don't go anywhere. But Saeed Robinson, he's got next level speed on and off the ball.
Fans, do not forget, vote for the Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. Roland Vargas will be talking to our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. You can vote on Twitter at Switchbacks FC. Your vote, cast it now. Better Business Bureau Man of the Match coming up at the conclusion of this one. Ronnie Argueta out of the match. Yellow carded. Miguel Gonzalez going to work, and Miguel draws the foul.
Switchbacks have to start making these opportunities count. They've had a lot of set pieces in this kind of area. Once again, Josh Phillips, Christian Ibiaga striding forward, adding a bit of size for the Switchbacks here. Great work from Miguel Gonzalez. We know how fast his feet are. Just drags this ball back. Two players come in, bit of a sandwich foul there, but Josh Suggs going to take this one, try to put this one just toward the back post here for the on-rushing Josh Phillips, Christian Ibiaga. Also, don't forget about Connor Doyle, Jordan Burt. A lot of size forward here.
Suggs bends it far side, hit it up, one hopped and denied on the doorstep by Irving.
It was a good save by Irving there. He wasn't to know that Jordan Burt was offside. The assistant referee has his flag raised there, so it wouldn't have counted. But that was Jordan Burt there coming around the backside of the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros defense there, powering his header into the ground. But a good save there from Irving.
A good setup by Josh Suggs.
See there, powerful header. That's exactly where you're supposed to head it. Bounce it into the ground, make the goalkeeper make that decision. Strong goalkeeping, but he was offside.
Long ball down, and Phillips high in the air with that left foot. Tae-Song Kim awaits. Chip back to Connor Doyle. Here's Miguel Gonzalez. Miguel, we've seen him break out in games in terms of getting in that open space, just not able to break loose, at least until this point.
The Toros haven't given Miguel Gonzalez any room to move at all. In the first half, it was Ronnie Argueta who they marked out of the game. In the second half, it's been Miguel Gonzalez. Every time Miguel Gonzalez picks up the ball, there's 1-2 Toros right next to him. Very difficult for Miguel Gonzalez to get any kind of speed or any kind of room to move here in this game.
Three white jerseys around the ball and played out by Eric Bird. Quick movement here, top of the 18, shot over the crossbar. Boy, one more goal if you're Rio Grande Valley. How demoralizing would that be for the Switchbacks when you consider the opportunities the Switchbacks have had? They've had a couple of shots in the second half, outshot Rio Grande Valley 6-4 in the first half, but boy, if you're the Switchbacks, you got to be saying to yourself, what are we going to catch a break? We're doing everything but putting the ball in the back of the net.
There was a goal line clearance in the first half from the Toros. Fantastic saves by two different goalkeepers also from Rio Grande Valley FC. So the Switchbacks certainly have put everything together offensively tonight, with the exception obviously of getting the ball in the back of the net. But there's been some really good offensive moves and some good offensive performances individually here as well from the Switchbacks.
Miguel Gonzalez plays up to Luke Vercadoni. Luke now, patience, sets it up for Tae-Sung Kim. He's got Connor Doyle on his left, as you mentioned, Roland, reshuffling the positions just a bit here in the second half. And crossfield it goes to Christian Ibiaga.
Unfamiliar position here for Ibiaga, playing right back here, just trying to get across into the box. Unfortunate there, Ibiaga called for the foul.
And that's a tough ask, trying to split the defenders.
Absolutely, you can see there every time the Switchbacks get into these positions here, they're outnumbered. Ibiaga just trying to help the Toro player up off the ground there, but he's going to take as long as he wants.
Getting chippy again.
See there, went down very easily, right in front of the assistant referee. Christian Ibiaga finding himself very far forward on that right wing.
You have to wonder at what point does fatigue set in.
Yeah, playing with just 10 men. Very difficult for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks at this altitude. And of course, Rio Grande Valley been making substitution after substitution, bringing fresh legs in.
Fans, for all the latest news, information, statistics, tickets as well, go to switchbacksfc.com. You can see it, the body language there by Kevin Garcia on that captain's armband as it's played up. They're in no hurry whatsoever, none.
Absolutely not.
And why not? They've got a 1-0 lead. Saeed Robinson still battles. What a win. Saeed now breaks open. Saeed steps over. Side is left, hits the turf, and he gets the call.
That's going to be a yellow card, I believe, from the referee. He was reaching for his right pocket. Not exactly sure here. I may have called that one a little bit early, but Saeed Robinson fouled about 2 or 3 times there on that break forward. Great speed, great strength as well from Saeed Robinson. We see just how much he's matured here with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Great strength to hold that ball up. Great vision as well, cutting that ball back to the inside. And finally there, the third defender takes Saeed Robinson down.
Taylor Hunter didn't like the call, and a takeaway now by Rio Grande Valley. Jose Memo Rodriguez pushes it up into the Switchbacks and Rodriguez. 6 goals already this season. Number 7 coming off the bench here in the second half. Here's Rodriguez. Those high socks pulled up and now to his right.
You can see Rio Grande Valley here just in no hurry to get the ball onto David Legoric's net there. They're perfectly content to keep this ball, waste down this clock as much as they can. Just as happy to go sideways or back as they are to go forward. Very difficult for the Switchbacks here to win this ball back, try to get in behind the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros when they're so set up defensively and structured here. Just no pressure on the ball, very easy for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros to play this one around.
And able a couple of hops, and well, you sense the urgency starting to build for the Switchbacks in the 73rd minute.
And you can see what Saeed Robinson is doing as well. Saeed Robinson working incredibly hard since coming on in a defensive capacity. Not what he's known for, but he's working back brilliantly, and that's spreading to his teammates, really getting the Switchbacks here fired up for this, try to get this equalizer here in the last 20 minutes.
Ibiaga up for Saeed Robinson. Garcia wins it.
They've got 2 men over here.
And they'll push up on the right side. Opportunity here for the Torres. A shot off the post or the crossbar. Bang, bang. Hard to see if David Legoric got a piece of it, but a great scoring chance for Rio Grande.
I don't believe that David Legoric did get a piece, but he kept himself big. He forced the player to go high there. There was no room at the bottom of David Legoric's net there. You see there just how big David Legoric stays right until the end there. Ball fires off the underside of the crossbar.
That was Yair Arboda.
The substitute, yes.
And here we go. Takeaway there. Doyle couldn't get
Space is really starting to open up here for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros as the Switchbacks tire.
And they push on. 4, 5 white jerseys up top. And again, there's that guy, J.J. Burt. Jordan Burt, I should say.
Done fantastically well. You can see the versatility of Jordan Burt being pushed out onto that left wing. He started the game, of course, as a right back. Now we're going to see if Luke Vercoloni can push this ball into the Toros half.
So Ibiaga in the 75th minute pushes back to David Agork. You've got Burt on his left, Phillips in front of him, Ibiaga here on the right side, near side. Played up to Josh Suggs. Suggs now.
We've got a double change on the far side for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. I believe it's J.J. Greer, Nate Robinson who are going to be entering this game at the next stoppage of play for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
Splitting the defense, and now they're going to get Tae-Sung Kim on a foul.
And here is that substitution on the far side.
You can see the captain, Luke Vercoloni, trying to urge his team on. Nate Robinson getting set to check in.
Connor Doyle is going to be brought off. Josh Suggs as well. Brilliant performance today by Josh Suggs.
So Suggs out.
Connor Doyle had some of the better opportunities for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. The one just a few minutes ago where he directed that header on goal. J.J. Greer coming on, adding a little bit of size for the Switchbacks. He's going to be playing in a central midfield role here. He's a central defender by trade, but J.J. Greer will be playing at center back, and Nate Robinson is going to go into the left back position, moving Jordan Burt more to the center. Nate Robinson, very dangerous on his right foot from the left-hand side. He likes to advance forward on the left-hand side, cut in on his right foot and strike a goal. So he's a very dangerous player for the Switchbacks to bring on for the last few minutes.
Keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com website for everything you need to know about the USL. So Suggs out, Connor Doyle out. Nate Robinson in, J.J. Greer in here, the closing minutes of this second half, 76th minute. 1-0 our score. Ruben Luna, his third goal of the season. It comes early out of this game, and it's been lost opportunities since for both teams. They've had their chances, but good goalkeeping. David Agork for the Switchbacks. Tyler Derrick, Callum Irving, both stellar in goal for Rio Grande Valley. David Agork really having to hustle back. And a push up now. And it's Arboda. Near side, played by Rodriguez.
Great tackle.
Man, Ibiaga has been sensational defensively. Talk about Better Business Bureau, the man of the match.
He's one of the candidates for sure. Got to say, I've been very impressed with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks after going down to 10 men. Just look at the results of the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 wins. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks go down. They're down a goal. They're down to 10 men. You think maybe the floodgates could open. Rio Grande Valley FC Toros could really start scoring a lot of goals. Maybe rack up a big goal difference here, but not to be. It's the Colorado Springs Switchbacks who've really taken this game to the visitors in the second half.
Long ball down. Gonzalez working near the end line, and another whistle. And well, we've heard a lot of those here this afternoon. Check that. That was Nate Robinson battling.
Nate Robinson getting in his first involvement here at the touchline. Just reaching around, trying to keep that ball in. Wins the ball. Referee blows for the foul.
This hard play game on both sides today. Switchbacks would like nothing more than to not just pick up a point. They want 3, but right now they just want to even this thing up. They'd love to get out of here with 1, but 3 would be the perfect case scenario. Right now they got some work to do. 78th minute, down a goal. J.J. Greer high in the air. There's side Robinson again. He'll battle.
And that's why J.J. Greer is in this game, to add some physical size to the Colorado Springs Switchbacks midfield. Great win there.
Zahl is trying to chip it up to Nate Robinson. Now Ibiaga, quick flick with a head right side. Vercoloni trying to turn, and Luke picks up the call. And a frustrated Kevin Garcia. He's been animated here in the second half.
He has, letting the assistant referee know exactly what he thought about that call there, but it did look like a foul. Luke Vercoloni had the step there on Garcia. Garcia just pulls back Vercoloni and then sticks out his left leg, takes out the Switchbacks captain. Once again, a golden opportunity from a set piece for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, who are going to make one more throw of the dice here on the far side of the field.
So Nate Robinson on the free kick.
It's going to be Mike Seth coming in to replace Miguel Gonzalez. The return of Mike Seth, one of the most impressive offensive players for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC this year.
So So Seth in. Gonzalez out.
And we know how dangerous Mike Seth is in the air from these kind of positions here.
Here's Nate Robinson. It's in. Bounced up and out, cleared out with the left foot by the Toros.
It was the perfect cross there by Nate Robinson. Well done there by Tae-Song Kim just to get that ball back to David Legoric. It's a great free kick there by Nate Robinson.
Phillips back to David Legoric. 80th minute of play. Switchbacks looking desperately hard for an equalizer here late in this second half.
You certainly wouldn't know the Switchbacks are down to 10 men with how they're playing in these last few minutes. Really taking the game to the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros.
Entire second half they've been down a man. Here's Vercaloni. Over to Mike Seth. Oh, Ibiaga, good setup for Christian. Thought about pulling the trigger, now flips it back to Vercaloni. Trying to get by the end line. Luke steps through the cross and headed out of there on the clear by the Toros. Top of the 18, Mike Seth dancing. Headed out, all kinds of white jerseys around that ball.
Just too many defenders back there for the Toros, for the Switchbacks to be able to get a clean shot on goal.
And now a whistle blown. Ibiaga down.
It's going to be a card. Referee's got the yellow card out in his hand. He's going to wait for Christian Ibiaga to pull himself up, and I believe
Eric Bird down as well for Rio Grande Valley.
He's going to book Christian Ibiaga there. That's unlucky on Christian Ibiaga. He's had a great game here at Switchback Stadium today. Numerous last-ditch tackles here. Very similar to Ronnie Arguedas, just lost possession of the ball, was just reaching for it there just a little bit here. You see that ball just runs away from Bird a little bit. Christian Ibiaga coming in trying to win that one.
So Bird stays down to the turf, a familiar sight with the Toros, and you have to wonder their physical condition going into next week. They do not play a game until the next time these two teams meet next Saturday down in Edinburgh, Texas. Of course, the Switchbacks have one more at home against OKC before they head to South Texas. But physically, you wonder, Rio Grande, what kind of condition are they going to be in for that second matchup?
You're absolutely right. And just what kind of fireworks are going to be on tap down there in Edinburgh, Texas for this? It's just how scrappy this game has been. Meeting just a few days later down there in Texas, that's going to be a fireworks in that matchup for sure.
Fans, be part of the Switchbacks FC Nation, like the Switchbacks and the USL on Facebook. Check out the USL on Facebook today.
Kevin Durr coming in for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Of course, Kevin Durr is going to be leaving the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. He's an active duty Air Force officer. He's going to be stationed at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany. So Kevin Durr is going to be leaving the Switchbacks, leaving the state of Colorado, and leaving the country of America to go serve the United States Air Force overseas. Of course, an Air Force Academy graduate, Kevin Durr. So a real moment of class there by Steve Tritchie to bring Kevin Durr on for just a swan song here in front of his home fans before he takes his career overseas.
Class act for a class individual, Kevin Durr, and certainly we thank him for his service. And boy, what a job he has done to the community of Colorado Springs. Of course, going to the Air Force Academy, contributing obviously to the men's soccer program up there at the academy, but just as a citizen, and now his role in the military. And great to see number 13 getting some playing time before he heads overseas.
Absolutely, that's a class move by the Switchbacks organization, and Steve Tritchie, Woldy Harris, the assistant coach, to bring Kevin Durr on here for a few minutes at Switchback Stadium. As you said, top player and even better person, Kevin Durr.
They'll work up Nate Robinson on the end line and gets through. Bobbled. Irving quickly up on his feet. Mike Seth slid through the goal box, and now whistles come in late.
As you said, Mike Seth trying to sweep that one home with his left foot, but that was good goalkeeping once again there by Irving. Strong out, strong into the feet of Mike Seth, who just wasn't able to power that one home. Nate Robinson coming across to take this Heineken corner kick.
Here in the 84th minute to tie it up. How big would this be? 10 men for the entire second half. The corner headed up. Here's Saeed Robinson. He's got a lane. Saeed pulls back the cross, and that's off the mark. Still, though, you're able to play it low ball and right into the arms of Irving
Easy save there from Irving, was able to get his body behind it, but once again the Switchbacks piling on pressure, the 10-man Switchbacks piling on pressure here on the Toros.
Low ball sent out. Robinson high in the air. You got Kevin Durr battling. Taeson Kim battling hard, and the whistle goes the other way.
Not sure exactly what the referee is calling, pulling that ball back here, but the Switchbacks will recycle this one. Kevin Durr to take this free kick. No, Kevin Durr is going to leave it, push himself forward. One more substitution here for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. After this free kick is taken, next stoppage of play, they're going to make one more throw of the dice.
Their side pursuing, he's going to get there, and it'll be switchback ball.
And here is that substitution for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros on the far side. And it's going to be Tadic coming in, the Bosnia and Herzegovina striker. Very big player, physically imposing, really holds the ball up well, so it's a good player for the Toros to bring in late in this game, able to hold the ball up, really push himself around physically.
And Shannon Tadic played a role in that last win, the 5-0 win for the Toros, scored the 3rd goal of the game. And of course, the second half against Tulsa. Saeed Robinson to the throw, and Mike Seth in the air and floats up into the arms of Callum Irving. Fans, don't forget the Switchbacks. They stay at home this week. Wednesday night, big showdown with Oklahoma. The Energy, OKC Energy, what a matchup that should be. Get on out here and support the home team. It is Wednesday night, an ESPN game, nationally televised.
It's the game of the week, USL game of the week on ESPN3 on Wednesday against Oklahoma City. And here is that substitution, Tadic.
Fans, a moment of the match. We go all the way back to the 6th minute. No doubt this, the key, Ruben Luna. Shaking loose, 3rd goal of the season, and no doubt his biggest.
Great turn there. Dave Legoric, point blank, nothing that Switchbacks #1 can do there. Roll just inside, kisses the inside of the post as it goes in. That's a fine finish there from Luna.
Ruben Luna, our Penrose critical moment of the match. Luna out, and Tadic in.
Kevin Durr just going to try to put this ball back in the box again.
Gets by Vercoloni. Can really sense the urgency for the Switchbacks here. They still have opportunities, but they are ticking away.
They are, and the Switchbacks are selling out defensively. Only Taeson Kim and Josh Phillips here back for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Every other Switchback pushed forward.
Robinson bumped to the back. Played here by Phillips.
Good ball.
Sends it up. Robinson with the right foot. J.J. Greer pursues, and that'll be switchback ball.
Really turning the screws here, the Switchbacks, as this game ticks ever closer to the final 90.
Thrown up off the chest of Vercoloni. That'll be switchback ball. Another corner.
He's won himself a corner kick there. Brilliantly taken down off of his chest there, Luke Vercoloni. Well done.
Superhero Night with a post-match Independence Day size fireworks show Saturday, September 3rd. Make sure you get your tickets now at switchbacksfc.com. Nate Robinson on a corner kick to tie it up.
Every Switchbacks player, Bart, including Dave Legoric, in the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros half.
One hot, not what he was looking for, but it'll be switchback ball.
Dave Legoric keeps looking across to the Switchbacks bench, almost like a hockey goalkeeper, asking if he can join the attack.
Played up now. Robinson floats it in, and it just shoots through. You had J.J. Greer on the doorstep.
That was desperate defending. That was a key touch there. Brilliant piece of work there by, I believe that was Megales there right in front of J.J. Greer. It was J.J. Greer on the doorstep, able to fire that one home. That's brilliant defending, just able to get the top of his head on that one and take J.J. Greer off his game as the Switchbacks fire this one back in.
And in front of the net, Josh Phillips gets there a fraction of a second too late.
Strong hands there by Irving once again.
Well, the frequency, the pace, fanatic here at the end of this second half, 89th minute. We're going to have stoppage time, but not much as compared to the first half. We had 5 minutes in the first half, and it cost the Switchbacks a player. Is Ronnie Argueta carded, red. He exits. They've been playing with 10 men since. Here's Vercoloni. Vercoloni in the open field. Luke crosses it over, and now a foot put on it by the Toros to deny.
More good offense there by Luke Vercoloni, but so many Rio Grande Valley FC Toros behind the ball. It's very difficult for the Switchbacks to break them down, but they're giving it everything they have here in the last few minutes of this game.
Swept up by Burt. Headed up by Garcia now. Durr calls it off, a little heavy on the touch, and it'll be Toros ball. Oh boy, well, I take that back, folks. I said we're gonna have fewer extra stoppage minutes in the second half than the first. I am wrong, and it's a good thing for the Switchbacks. We're gonna have 7 minutes of stoppage time, so still a lot of time left in deciding this one. Right now, though, the Switchbacks thinking defense. And a good play by J.J. Greer. Here's Josh Phillips, plays it up. And Vercoloni in position. Durr behind him. And now Nate Robinson on the run to the far side. Ticking towards that 91st minute in the first of 7 minutes of stoppage time. Boy, it sure hasn't felt like there's been that much stoppage in play rolling in this second half. The cross, and David Agoric well pleased with the black jerseys in front of him.
This will be a corner for the Toros here. He's going to take all the time. Going to try to take as much of this 7 minutes as they can here before they take this corner kick.
So 7 minutes of stoppage time. Here we go. Corner kick upcoming. A Neaters corner kick. The Rio Grande Valley Toros. Played in. Ball on the far side. And Jordan Bird in position defensively. Working it up. Eric Bird. Burt on Bird. Splits the defenders, and now they're happy to get back on defense.
Dave Legoric's going to pump this ball forward. Not much time now for the Switchbacks. Try to get their foot on this one, maintain some possession, and try to get an attack on goal.
Well played by George Malky defending for Rio Grande Valley. Quarter of the 18. Here come the Toros. They got numbers. The shot denied, and the putback is good.
Desperately unlucky there on Dave Legoric. That's a good goal from the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros, but Dave Legoric, wonderful first save there, and the ball bounces right back to Tadic, the substitute from Bosnia and Herzegovina. He fires that ball home on the second opportunity.
And Tadic letting the fans know about it after the goal. David clearly frustrated, made one great stop, and a putback in stoppage time here, 2-0, and that feels monumental.
Yeah, that'll be the end of this one. That's 3 points there for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. So we see Zenan Kadic there. First save, brilliant there. Dave Legoric down low. Look at that. Dave Legoric with his right hand. That's a fantastic save there, but Tadic right on the spot. Nothing that J.J. Greer, Dave Legoric could do about that one. Blasted home into the empty net, 2-0 winners.
Now this team is loaded. Rio Grande Valley, but keep in mind, folks, the Switchbacks have been playing with 10 men for the entire second half. They've played well. You look at this, the box score at the end of the day, you see 2-0, you think, well, they weren't in it. Well, that's not the case whatsoever. Backside, Robinson on the doorstep. It goes through the end line, and a corner kick coming up here for the Switchback, a Heineken corner kick for the home team. Now, no doubt this one is going to be frustrating, but well, I think it's fair to say the 2 goals that have been put in, is this one been in and gets through the backside side. Robinson awaits and into the side of the net. The 2 goals scored, though, quality goals. Persistence by Kadic on the second one. And the first one, just a beautiful setup. And Ruben Luna, he's shown it all season long. He is a premier goal scorer.
You're absolutely right. You have to ask the question for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, what if Ronnie Argueta had been on the field? Obviously, they were down 1-0 going into that halftime break, but the Colorado Springs Switchbacks poured the pressure on in the second half with only 10 men. Very unlucky on Dave Legoric and on some of the individuals in the Colorado Springs defense to go down that second goal, because they've all collectively played so well here at Colorado Springs.
So barring a miraculous comeback by the Switchbacks here in the final 3 minutes and change of extra time, Rio Grande Valley is going to vault into the number 2 spot with 39 points, 1 point behind Sacramento. The Switchbacks are going to be in a logjam. It'll be a 3-way tie for 3rd place in a conference standings, and this one will go down to the wire towards the end of this regular season. And out in front again, it's Arboda. Right into Josh Phillips, and now Kevin Durant opportunity. This one stings a little bit. High hopes coming in. The Switchbacks, they played so well today. They matched their intensity. Tell you what, there's a lot to like about this Rio Grande Valley team. And well, when you see how they have been tested, we're talking about road trips that are not just your average road trip. I'd be willing to bet they're the longest in the country next to Vancouver. And they started off the first 4 on the road. They won 2 of those. They went 2-1-1 to start the season. And you talk about getting off on a strong start. Rio Grande Valley did just that, and they have continued to roll here. They have yet to give up a goal the last 7, and if they can close it out here, the last 8 games. Last goal given up June 26. Unbelievable.
And as you said, they're going to have a week now to prepare for the visit of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. So we're going to go down there to Edinburgh, Texas, to try to enact a little bit of revenge here against the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. But of course, the Switchbacks have a game sandwiched in between that one, and not just any game, but a showdown with the Oklahoma City Energy.
A team that knocked them out in the semifinals of the Western Conference playoffs a season ago. And we talked about the goalkeeping. David Legoric has been outstanding this year, but OKC, they have got one of the top goalkeepers as well.
They do. Cody Lorendi.
So final minute and change of this stoppage time here. Glad you could join us on a Sunday afternoon. Switchback fans certainly disappointed with the outcome, but boy, Roland, they can't be disappointed with the effort. This team played so hard today.
You're absolutely right. Going down to 10 men, you thought maybe, as I said earlier, the floodgates could open against the Switchbacks, but it's been the Switchbacks who've been really pressing the tempo against Rio Grande Valley FC in the second half.
Dae-Sung Kim on the ground, quickly pops up, and the Toros again, opportunity. Left side shot, denied once, top of the 18. Cabbage, and that ball high in the air, able to recover in time, and Phillips now slow to get up inside the box.
More good goalkeeping there by David Legoric, another wonderful save. See here, David Legoric got a real strong hand on this one, got his body behind that ball. Great job there by David Legoric. You see the deflection there, really had Goric worried there coming off of Josh Phillips, but luckily for David Legoric, just wide for another corner kick for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros.
What a day it's been. Rio Grande Valley got to be feeling good after this one. This is the second of 2 straight away from Edinburgh, Texas, at Tulsa earlier. And then this one, they come out winners. 2-0 is the final score. Rio Grande Valley bumps up in the conference standings. They move into 2nd place. What a win by the road team. We'll step aside, back with the Better Business Bureau man of the match after this.
The award-winning Xfinity Sports Report is back for another year. Tune in every Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. for the most comprehensive high school sports coverage in Colorado. That's the Xfinity Sports Report, only on Comcast Entertainment Television, Xfinity Channel 900.
Broncos Wednesdays only on CET. Join your favorite team every Wednesday night from 7 till 10 p.m. See exclusive shows, cheerleader specials, alumni specials, Hall of Fame inductions, and more.
The one thing that we really liked about Paxton is the enthusiasm that he plays the game with.
Get your Broncos fix every Wednesday, only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Back here, post-game show. Rio Grande Valley comes up, gets a big-time win over the Switchbacks of Colorado Springs. 2-0 the final. As a couple of big goals late in this one. Kadich, late in the closing moments of this game. Stoppage time, he gets what appeared to be the final nail in the coffin. Josh Howe back here in the booth. But this all started up front in the 6th minute of play. Ruben Luna gets his 3rd goal of the season. Comes in the 6th minute. That really set the tone. We had a ton of defense, lots of fireworks, some tensions, physical play. The Switchbacks running Argueta. He was red carded in stoppage time at the end of the first half. So the Switchbacks, for the entire second half, they played with 10 men. They played valiantly, but they ran out of gas. Just not enough horses down the stretch. Rio Grande Valley, credit the Toros. They made the plays. They get out of here with the victory. As a result, Rio Grande Valley, they go to sole possession of 2nd place of the Western Conference standings. They now, with 39 points, that's one behind the 1st place team of the league, Sacramento Republic FC. So we'll see how this all shakes out. Lots of time, lots of games to come. The Switchbacks, they get a payback game, if you will. Another opportunity at Rio Grande Valley 6 days from now down in South Texas. But first things first, they got to worry about Oklahoma City coming to town. ESPN 3 game, the USL game of the week on Wednesday night. But right now, certainly a sour taste left in their mouth after this loss tonight. Well, fans, we are waiting for our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. Certainly, you had a chance to vote on Twitter for this one. While we wait for our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match, there's so many good candidates from today's game, and obviously, the Switchbacks team disappointed going to the locker room. A tough one to take, but they have nothing to hang their heads over. They played hard, very hard down the stretch. They're still more than in playoff contention. Colorado Springs now, as you look at the conference standings, 37 points, just 2 behind Rio Grande Valley. Of course, 3 behind Sacramento Republic, but we have a 3-way tie right now for the number 3 spot in this league with Vancouver and also with OKC Energy, the FC team coming to town on Wednesday. Well, as I look over to my left, I see our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match walking out. And certainly an emotional, exhausting game for the Switchbacks, in particular the captain, Luke Vercoloni. He played hard today. He is our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match, and he is now standing by with our Roland Vargas. Roland?
Now go.
Joined here by Switchbacks captain Luke Vercoloni. Luke, difficult loss. How do you rebound from this one here?
Short memory. Forget about it, move on, focus on OKC, take care of our bodies, and get ready to come back.
You mentioned that game against OKC. Obviously, after that, you'll have a little bit of revenge here against the Rio Grande Valley Toros team. How do you make sure you're only looking forward to Oklahoma City?
Just one game at a time, just take care of the bodies first and foremost. Unfortunate result tonight, but that's in the past, so we look forward.
Luke, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Roland.
Back to the booth.
Class all the way. Luke Vercoloni, the captain. We certainly thank him for coming over after a tough loss today as the Switchbacks fall at home for just the 2nd time this season. Well, let's take the numbers. Look at the numbers, how this one unfolded. And shots, it was close, but Rio Grande Valley outshot the Switchbacks in the second half. Corner kicks, 7-3, big-time advantage for Colorado Springs. Red card, that the key stat in this one, and we don't know just how much that impacted the game, but as Roland Vargas joins us back here in the booth again, Roland, that red card. Ronnie Argueta, he's been so key at the midfield spot this season. Not having him and playing with 10 men in the second half, that was huge.
You're absolutely right, but the Switchbacks, they did everything they had to do with 10 men. They attacked the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. They kept the ball well, and as you're going to see here on the highlights, they had a lot of goal-scoring opportunities in both halves of this game.
So to the highlights we go. Josh Phillips, so well defensively did he play today. The Rocket David Agoric, a fine save to his left in the first half that got him going. Luke Furcoloni, one of those 7-corner kicks for the Switchbacks. What we thought would be a go. Josh Phillips high in the air, couldn't get the header to go. Just all kinds of great goaltending today. Callum Irving replacing Tyler Derrick early in the game in the 19th minute, and he was huge. You can see there Doyle, the setup. Josh Suggs has his, what would have been his second goal of the season, taken away. And then Josh Suggs defensively.
Brilliant play there by Josh Suggs. As you said, you see Christian Ibiaga there in that shot. Christian Ibiaga, Josh Suggs, Josh Phillips did very well today as a group. Jordan Bird also on the right-hand side, constantly getting forward for the Switchback. So it was a good defensive performance. It was a good offensive performance, but it's just one of those games where you look at the stat sheet, and in the end, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks lost the game, but you really don't know how with all the chances they created.
Christian Ibiaga, he certainly was a candidate for a Better Business Bureau man of the match. He played well, playing Lovejoy, and then their leading goal scorer, Jose Memo Rodriguez, who came out of the second half, and Christian was awesome defensively.
You're absolutely right, and David Legoric, so many fine saves from David Legoric. So desperately unlucky for both of the goals for the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. Nothing that the goalkeeper for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC could do.
Well, for the Switchbacks, the good news is, good news and bad news. Good news, you have another opportunity to put this one behind you, but the bad news is it's in just a few days.
It is.
Team tied for the number 3 spot in the conference standings, Oklahoma City. They're going to have to recover in a hurry.
As you said, just a couple days, and such a quality team coming in here in the Oklahoma City Energy FC. And you know the Switchbacks, just being human, will want revenge against this Toros team, but they're going to have to wait for that. They're going to have to prepare, like I talked to the captain, Luke Furcoloni. They're going to have to get this one out of their minds and just focus on Oklahoma City now.
Well, clearly these two teams right now, if the playoffs started today, they would be in the positioning. A lot to be determined as this season plays out. How about Rio Grande Valley? They were tough defensively early on, and that really helped set up the offense.
You see here, great save there. Luke Furcoloni with one of his snapshots there. Josh Suggs getting forward. Another good hands once again by the goalkeeper Irving, the first half substitute.
Ruben Luda right there with the goal, the first of the game. And that was the difference. They played with that one goal cushion and played well. And outstanding keeping from Callum Irving comes in for the injured Tyler Derrick, who left in the 19th minute. And Irving was sensational. Mike set check there to the second half, and boy, we got to extra time rolling. They had a 1-0 lead, and the Switchbacks with 7 minutes of extra time on the board. You thought, you know what, this one's not over. Well, it ended quickly. Went off the bench. They got a big lift out of one of their top players, and that pretty much was the difference. A huge goal here late in extra time.
As you said there, Tadic with the goal. Great save there by David Legoric off the first one, but of course nothing he could do about the second one there. Tadic on hand, able to fire that one home.
So Rio Grande Valley wins for the 10th time this season. They vault into second place of the Western Conference standings. Switchback still right there, tied for third, but the good news is that they have OKC in town on a Wednesday night. That's going to wrap it up for us. For my partner, Roland Vargas, I'm Josh Howe, and our entire crew, we say thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you down the road. Good night, everybody.